24. If you're just joining, and yes, we're here. Good morning. My name is Miriam Uduak-Mensah. It's Tuesday.
Yes, it is. It's Tuesday, the 6th of May, 2025. You're welcome to the biggest morning show. This is the AM Club. My name is Qweeku and coming to you live from MX24 Studios at Leander Street, East Legon, Accra.
Our mission is simple: is to amplify, inform, and inspire with a fun, fearless, and facts-driven on-air experience.
We usually kick off with some inspiration. Today is no exception. Of course, the hashtag is My Daily Dose of Vim. Yes, so we're giving you some Vim to start your morning right. Then after that, we get into the trending stories. A lot is trending. A lot.
Code of conduct.
Blues.
Code of conduct.
Left, right, go, center.
I'm going to do blues.
Oh, I know.
Madam.
Oh, I know.
Honorable. Honorable. Oh, I had. Oh.
And to say no police force matro Speaker of Parliament so releasing for investigations. So we'll look into that. We'll see how that one goes. Because he is claiming that he was assaulted first.
Yeah.
Police service are like, based on the videos that have come out and circulating, it doesn't look like the police officer did anything to him. He rather was the one.
And attacking the personnel of that station or in that position is criminal. It is criminal. You can't do that. And in fact, Honorable should have known better. Honestly, Honorable should have known better. No, self-defense, yes. But I mean, quite honestly, he's a lawyer. And he's an astute one for that matter. So he should know better not to attack. Even if the police attacked him first, he knows better not to retaliate. He knows better not to retaliate. In fact, he could have totally taken this to court and maintain his dignity. Quite honestly, I think he could have done better. Anyway, for our big conversation, we are discussing comedy and tourism, and we'll explore ways in which we can actually dwell on that to promote tourism here in Ghana. And on the plug, we're hosting award-winning gospel artist Celestine Donkor. She'll be joining us later on the show. It's a jump-packed show, so please make sure to stay right here with us.
So you are part of this show, so join us online. The hashtag is hashtag the AM Club. Our handles are at MX24GH on every single platform. Please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is MX24GH. Follow MX24 on Ayoba. Yes, join the MX24 channel for updates. Send us your messages via our Yoba number 0592292746. Kindly visit the MX24 app and catch up on all the fun and excitement of this particular show, featuring engaging conversations, thrilling live segments, and exclusive content you cannot afford to miss.
You can also reach us via our WhatsApp number, that's 055-033-1511, 055-033-1511. Sending your comments and reactions to everything we cover here on the show. Now let's move straight to my daily dose of Vim.
All right, so it's time for DDOV right here on the show, and that stands for giving you some inspiration and, vimming ourselves up. Yes, to give ourselves some vim. Yeah.
Looks like you need more vim than everyone.
The vim there, me, I take it for myself. If you're not the one, if you don't listen to it, if you don't take it for yourself, me, personally, Mafa.
Interesting. Well, today, the man is in the news with his family, and I'm hearing very devastating stories. But also, yes.
Wedding.
It's alleged that their marriage is on the rocks, and we're talking Barack Hussein Obama, former president of the US of A. Yes, it's alleged that their marriage is suffering a little bit, but which marriage doesn't suffer anyway? And we pray that they go through this. As they are one of the couples that, the world admires, with all the things they've had to fight. You remember it was alleged that Michelle was male. Oh, yeah, Michael. Oh, you didn't know that? Oh, there was a whole story and theory about how she became a woman and why. You remember Barack Obama actually consented for the rise of LGBTQ to be protected in the US. So it is alleged that he is married to a man. And so see, the theory is sometimes they can zoom her hand and show the bone here and compare it to a man's and tell you that that's the body, the hand of a man, her legs, the way she walks. I mean, it was a lot of theories that came from there. But, you know, in recent times, the story is that, they're going through it, and they're one family that has gone through a lot, but have been able to pull through. And so we wish them all the very best. But we're taking our inspiration from Barack Hussein Obama. Born August 4th, 1961, is an American politician who was the 44th president of the United States from 2009 to 2017. A member of the Democratic Party, he was the first and only African-American president in America. In American history, actually, Obama previously served as U.S. Senator representing Illinois from 2005 to 2008, and as an Illinois state senator from 1997 to 2004. He was awarded a 2009 Nobel Peace Prize for effort in international diplomacy, a decision which drew both criticisms and praise. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear our motivation for the day from Barack Hussein Obama.
I am so proud of each and every one of you. We are here today because every single one of you stood tall and said, yes, we can. Yes, we can learn. Yes, we can succeed. You decided you would not be defined by where you come from, but by where you want to go, right? What you want to achieve, by the dreams you hope to fulfill. For we gather here tonight in times when the very foundations of our lives, the old order has been shaken. The old ideas and institutions have crumbled, and a new generation is called upon to remake the world. And let me be clear, when I say young, I'm not just referring to the date of your birth certificate. I'm talking about an approach to life, a quality of mind and a quality of heart. We need people like you to step up. We need your daring, we need your enthusiasm, we need your energy, we need your imagination. A willingness to follow your passions, regardless of whether they lead to fortune and fame. A willingness to question conventional wisdom and rethink old dogmas. A lack of regard for all the traditional markers of status and prestige. And a commitment instead to doing what's meaningful to you, what helps others, what makes a difference in this world. We're engaged in 2 wars and a struggle against terrorism. The threats of climate change, nuclear proliferation, and pandemic defy national boundaries and easy solutions. For many of you, these challenges are also felt in more personal terms. Perhaps you're still looking for a job. You're struggling to figure out what career path makes sense. Now, in the face of these challenges, it may be tempting to fall back on the formulas for success that have been peddled so frequently in recent years. It goes something like this. We too often let the external, the material things serve as indicators that we're doing well, even though something inside us tells us that we're not doing our best, that we're avoiding that which is hard but also necessary, that we're shrinking from rather than rising to the challenges of the age. And the thing is, in this new hyper-competitive age, none of us can afford to be complacent. That's true whatever profession you choose. Professors might earn the distinction of tenure, but that doesn't guarantee that they'll keep putting in the long hours and late nights and have the passion and the drive to be great educators. The same principle is true in your personal life. Being a parent is not just a matter of paying the bills. doing the bare minimum, it's not just bringing a child into the world that matters, but the acts of love and sacrifice it takes to raise and educate that child and give them opportunity. I'm standing here as president because of the education that I received. I know it's not always easy to do well in school. I know a lot of you have challenges in your lives right now. I get it. I know what it's like. My father left my family when I was 2 years old. And I was raised by a single mom who had to work and who struggled at times to pay the bills and wasn't always able to give us the things that other kids had. There were times when I missed having a father in my life. There were times when I was lonely and I felt like I didn't fit in. So I wasn't always as focused as I should have been on school. And I did some things that I'm not proud of. And I got in more trouble than I should have. And my life could have easily taken a turn for the worse. But my mother, my grandparents, they pushed me to excel.
There's always that story that I think everybody like in the world can resonate with, and that is childhood decisions. Sometimes when you sit down and think about what you did with your life as a teenager, you're wondering, couldn't I have done this better? Couldn't I have made better choices? Couldn't I have just listened to my parents? Especially for those who grew up with parents. I know sometimes the restrictions are a bit more because, I mean, this person is doing the job of two people. So they'll try to restrict you so they can be able to maneuver or navigate the entire parenting structure. And I know sometimes, even with both parenting in your life, it was difficult, but you made decisions that you're not proud of. But the good thing is that you're here. You made those decisions, you struggled through them, you probably didn't even understand or figure that you would get here, but you're here. So let not those past weigh you down. Because again, I mean, when you look at motivational speaker for the day, Barack Hussein Obama, nobody can relate his past to who he became because that past shaped the man that he became and made history throughout the journey of Black Americans. And so for us and Black people at large. And so we're encouraging you today, yes, and even for those who are young people today who are watching, because we have a lot of young people watching, you're probably making some really, 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 really damning decisions that are destroying you, that for you, you think that there's no coming back from here. My brother asked you, where do you come back from here? This decision that you have taken, where do you come back from here? But there's always a comeback story. There's always that point where you realize that this is my defining moment. I need to change. I need to turn around and find it. Find it soon, okay? And reshape your life into that story that you always envision in your mind, okay? Thank you. So, but I also wanted to add, when he started the speech, he said we're fighting two wars, and that is obviously the climate change was a part of it. But just yesterday, I was watching a video on BBC. And also, okay, so what it is that when I watch BBC and CNN, I go to Candice to go and see how she has explained the story. I'm so obsessed with Candice. I go to Candice to go and see how she explained that one. So there's the World Economic Forum. I believe you know that. And they get to determine what happens to the world, quite honestly. They were the first that actually mentioned that Corona was coming and it was inevitable. And once they said that, the following year we had Corona. So when this body decides to say that there's something coming and it's inevitable, what do you then say? Naturally, you're scared. Yeah. So they have actually mentioned that there's going to be a cyber epidemic. Cyber epidemic? Yes. Are we not seeing pandemic. It already? Is it a pandemic or epidemic? Have we not seen it already? Oh, you can feel it, right? Yes. So that's what I'm saying. So they said this apparently a couple of months ago. And their ending statement was that it was inevitable. And just last week, we experienced the hacking of MTN. So basically, what a cyber pandemic or epidemic or whatever you want to call it is the clamping down of an economy, right? Without the country's control. So this country can be hacked. and everything which is our money, our banks, everything about this country can just be held down without any solution until we accept whoever had the country negotiation. We meet their demands. And do you know what China has done? They have built amazing firewalls to protect their economy, to protect the country.
So what are we doing?
You wait for me to...
No.
Imagine Ghana.
No, I'm not going to make you wait. Like, what are we doing?
So that is what the cybersecurity, all these agencies...
Cybersecurity Authority. I mean...
That's what they're supposed to be working on.
Is it not ironic that we are not even paying attention to the likes of a theater, cyber heist, coming into play?
Yeah.
Like, why would it even come at this particular moment? It could have come way back. Do you get me?
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying that to me, it's not coincidental.
Of course it's not. And they have even said it.
Yes, it's not coincidental. Yeah. It's something that we should start looking into. And if you're saying that these people were saying that it's inevitable, and yet, we should see... You know the olden times, what they do? Your house now, then you dig
and put
then you put the money there.
But I think this is on a more serious note. I think this is a time that these African leaders begin to look into some of these things. These conversations always come like, oh, it's a far-fetched situation, and then it happens to you.
Yeah.
I mean, we really remember when Corona came. It was in China. It looked like it would never get to Ghana.
Yeah.
Oh, it looked like it would never get to Ghana.
And it got here.
And
it wiped people away.
I'm telling you.
And I mean, we had so many things happening. It's getting a little bit tricky as we speak. The vaccines and what have you. People are saying different things. People
are still talking about
they're still talking about the vaccines because they feel like they are getting more or less reactions. And they are getting side effects towards
honestly, and as we try to caution people on what some of these developments could be, let's also be very, 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 very careful. Some of these conspiracy theories don't exist, quite honestly. The other time I was looking into, again, my dear Candice, she was talking about the vaccine. And because I only watch Candice because she makes time to research her materials before putting them out. Some of these things, because they are medications, you'd always have a side effect. And I remember that I was actually teaching, at the time I was on a different platform, and I was teaching people how these vaccines work. And I was saying that vaccines always have the virus in it. That's what people don't know. There's always a bit of the virus in the vaccine. And you would always react because the vaccine needs the virus to be able to start fighting your body. Sometimes when they're putting the vaccine in your body, you don't have the virus, so it will not work. So you need a virus in your body to be able to have the vaccine to work and begin to be proactive in protecting you. So sometimes, some of these things might come up and then you're wondering whether or not, some of these conspiracy theories, there's no scientific proof of that. There's no proof that some of these things have started having... I once heard that it would make you become a zombie and all of those things. Let's just be careful. Let's just be careful. Honestly, let's just be careful. But yes, that is what the World Economic Forum is saying, that a cyber pandemic is inevitable. And so moving forward, the big question is, what is Africa doing? China has protected themselves. I said the firewall that China has protected itself with, the whole world can't hack that country. But I'm saying that this is a time that we wake up and set an agenda to protect our countries. Because Africa, we've come far. We're doing very well in the digital space, but I think we can do way better. Cybersecurity, what's up? Anyway, we moved motivational to
but it's still motivation.
But it's all good.
Motivation. If we're giving you signs that, hey, these are things that are happening. And they normally happen even in movies. They'll find a way of bringing it into movies, but we might not pay attention to what it is. We're enjoying the movie.
That's the whole idea.
You get me?
So that you not pay attention to it, so you think
Because
that, oh...
COVID was in a movie.
It was.
It was in a movie.
It
we just didn't
was.
pay attention to it. Anyway. All right. Well, that's a wrap for our Daily Dose of Him for today. We take a quick look at major happenings across the world. Next, getting straight into coffee. Daily is brought to you kind courtesy Carbo Coffee. Carbo Coffee says they're with you every single moment. But before that, let's get into some music. Yes, enjoy this one. We'll be right back after this for more.
That is reflecting on what you're going through out there. Because you know that some of these things that are happening to you is not the devil. It was some of your bad decisions that you made. And imagine the walls in your room talking to you and telling you and calling you out on your stuff. How would that feel like? Anywho, well, that is it for our wonderful song right there. I hope you can relate, honestly. Welcome back from that break. This is still the AM Club coming to you live from the MX24 studios on the streets, East Legon, Accra. It's now time for Coffee Daily, brought to you by Cowboy Coffee. We're going to be checking what is trending on X. Lots of conversations. I know lots of people are talking about the code of conduct, which was read to our government members, staffers, MPs, and members of parliament, and of course ministers as well. How they're supposed to live their lives as workers of the country, and for the people. Well, we're going to be getting into that pretty shortly. Before that, let's talk about something we all want, and that is success. Everybody wants it, everybody dreams of it. We all aspire to succeed and make a mark in life. We push ourselves to excel, enduring challenges along the way just to be successful. Charlie, when work gets tough, and I will to boost to keep pushing forward, and on those days you need somebody to be there for you. Cowboy Coffee will be by your side. It's a rich gummy 3-in-1 blend with a great taste and aroma that would aid kickstart your day. So whether you're working or just creating beautiful memories with friends and loved ones, Cowboy Coffee will be there with you every single moment. So no matter where you're at, as you chase after those goals, keep Cowboy Coffee close to stay motivated and going. Remember, Cowboy Coffee is with you every single moment. Now, let's check what's trending on X. Jay?
Yes.
What's going on?
Oh, me, my walls talk to me.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
What do they say?
They talk to me. Yeah, the walls, they talk. Talk to me.
Wow.
All right.
You are hallucinating.
No, there's Champions League action. There's Champions League action today. But MX24 Sports is taking us back into facts. You know, yes, you know when it comes to MX24, the facts, yeah. So on the 6th of May, 2009.
2009.
2009.
I was in school. I was in, I think, Form 3. Yes. I was in
6th of May, 2009.
Yeah, I was in Form 3.
Form 3. Which one was Form 3?
JHS.
Eish.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ay.
like, I think I was writing Wasi.
Wasi, yeah. Because I was right. Okay, so that was the same time I was preparing for my BEC.
So I was writing Wasi.
Yeah.
I was writing Wasi around that time. So Barcelona defeated Chelsea to secure a spot in the Champions League final, later completing the treble. And then on 6th of May, 2015, Barcelona overcome Bayern Munich to reach the Champions League final and later won the treble. Guess what today is? 6th of May.
And they're playing?
2025. And they're playing against Inter Milan. So, and this is the the semi-finals.
Okay.
Yes.
So we're looking for a win for Barcelona.
To see whether Barcelona would win. And that's your team.
Yeah.
So, yes.
Where's my Barca jersey?
I don't know. Why are you asking me?
Because you used to like that Barca jersey.
Me? I used to hate it. Because I'm not a Barca fan.
I'm assuming that because you talked a lot about it, you liked it.
I just didn't like it.
Oh.
Sarkozy has tweeted. What did JM say that Sarkozy was
Hey! Yesterday, the goals that JM gave to us yesterday. The entire JM team right now, and me, I am scared of them. I don't even want to stay what the other was like.
Okay, let's get to hear what he was saying that Sarkozy tweeted about.
I want to say before I inflict my speech on you is the issue of leveraging our comparative advantages. The time has come for Africa to unashamedly take advantage of the natural resource endowment that God has given us. In the colonial era, we had colonial masters, we had no say, and so they mined the gold, they took it away, they developed the palm plantations, took the palm oil away, they took the diamonds away, took everything away. And when we gained independence, Nkrumah warned us and said colonialism might have been defeated, but we're entering the era of neo-colonialism. They don't need to bring a governor to sit here, but they still would, from wherever the colonial headquarters is, control your resources and be able to still derive the benefits as if they had colonized you. And that exactly is happening. Post-colonialism, we didn't have technology, we didn't have capital, we didn't have the human resource. And so foreign companies come and take huge concessions and they sign it off for a pittance. And they run those, concessions to the benefit of the colonial metropolis. Today, I think that in Africa we've developed a core of human resource that is capable of also taking advantage of some of these resources. We've developed the technology, we have the technology to be able to do whatever any of these big conglomerates are doing. And the capital is available in the world to mobilize, to be able to do the same things. And that is why recently we had a little issue which we have resolved with one of our mining companies whose lease had expired after 30 years. And it was our desire to take it over and use Ghanaian expertise to be able to also exploit that resource and let the benefits remain in our country.
His speech yesterday with regards to their code of conduct. There's a different kind of joy in my heart. Yeah, there is. Like I every day when I see some of these intentional moves by government, I am hopeful. I become very excited to be African and Ghanaian, and I hope has been restored, in my opinion, in different ways. And I think this education, even, and I get why Sarkodie would tweet this, because obviously it shows that our leadership is very conscious about where we could go, paying attention to exploring our own natural resources, which by the way for me is the way to go.
So what he said was the revolution will be televised. Accra Mayor comes to say, media, I don't understand anything. I'll be in the comment section to read comments and start the day. Nicholas says, me babeko school free nanatwaso. They are bringing him back to what he did say, Random Update says, let's fight for VDM. He is the only one we have in this country.
Obviously, this is not Ghanaian. Obviously, this is a Nigerian.
VDM.
Very dark man.
Okay, all right. Because I was wondering, because the DM can mean Dramani Mahama. So I was wondering, like, which is the V? Yeah. And as says, glad you have finally realized that tribal politics won't take us anywhere. Big Stormzy says, I'm looking for some comments. I know X won't disappoint me. Mohammed Yassin says, when we said we're going to reset everyone and everything, this is what we're talking about. Everyone will think straight. Say, bro, you do give away small today. Wow, the fact that Sarkodie is very stingy into a giveaway 1 year sign no money be.
Boy.
Obiba JK says, yes, it's time to revolutionize every facet of our economy, and President Mahama is leading the charge. He needs everyone's support. Mr. Sake says Sarkodie is not a partisan candidate. He loves Ghana. Phoenix says, glad to see you on board the Reset Ghana train. And Nana Eze says, of course, for all to see what Ghana needs in order for the country to truly grow. And Chelsea Forever says, it's about time African. Sak awa shaka zoo. All right. So with that being said, Trent is trending on sports because he says he's leaving Liverpool. There are rumors as to where he's heading next, which is Real Madrid. Saved the judiciary demo yesterday. Met Gala 2025 is trending left, right, center. I know Daphne will be coming in with some stories, including that of a baby bump.
Who has a baby?
Rihanna.
Rihanna just be giving birth. Jesus.
All right. Afenyo Marking, still trending. Stan Dobe, because yesterday he was the one who received the petition. And he did make some other, 1212B. Okay, car 1212B. And I just felt like, hey.
See, the way that see is in my body, like, I'm like, hey.
Like, I just felt like, hey. Like, I truly respected the fact that this government is more or less opened up.
Yeah.
You know, okay, so we'll come down. Because for me, I'm waiting for the day that the president himself will just come down and be like, okay, Samaba, Mumfama.
I think they've done in the past.
Yes, but you know, because of security reasons and all that, maybe it might not be too this thing. But it will be very nice to see it again.
Saying. I think I've seen. I
the
saw
president
that
will just come down and be like, okay, you've come. Fair enough. Give it to me. I'm going to look through it. Please, you can go.
Easy.
You know.
Let's check Ashinyo markings and stand. Okay, let's start from there.
You want to start from where?
Ashinyo markings and stand. Okay. Are you now looking for?
No, I'm still looking as to see. Oh, Ghana Medical Trust Fund. It's in the
Mahama case.
No, a lot of people are saying that you know, the sanction that our president has given to those who didn't declare the assets. I said, yeah, too lenient, kakra. Oh, yeah.
Oh, Ghana's move pesa.
Yeah, almost say too lenient.
Because
3 months, almost say 3 months. Now I say 6.
Is that for Anna?
Oh no, as for the 1 day, everybody.
No, the 3 account.
And the 3 account. No, almost say there be 3 shot. Now I say
what's after that? No.
Straight.
I said one back after tomorrow. You've lost your job.
You've lost it. Into the end the Sanet here.
Oh,
Sanet.
Mahama. And when maybe I told because you didn't go flash that house, but send it to me, man. Let's go down. Let's check out
you know how I see it. I love what the chief of staff also said because truly, it's looking like a boarding school.
I'm telling you,
like disciplinary committee.
Hey.
Like it's on.
Listen, guys,
and I love it.
Honorable Julius Zebra in 2015, 2014. It's not the honorable Julius Zebra we are seeing.
No, I love it. I love it because it looks as if all of them have taught in schools before.
Yeah.
You get it? So we are getting the teacher kind of vibe.
Like they came back prepared.
Yes.
No,
it looks like 8 years, you know, we're looking at you. Yeah. We are fixing things. We're like putting things into
honestly, it. I like
and they've come straight. It's a way. Oh my God!
Hey, let's go to the trends. What are you doing?
Oh, this is part of the trends. What do you think? It's part of the trends. All right. Atongo Fafra says, Dear J.D. Mahama, please from today forward, if there is any demonstration by the MPP, let the Deputy Chief of Staff, Standobe, receive the petition. Please don't ask me why.
Oh, Chonubi.
Let's see what people are saying behind this. Maybe they know why. Jens says, from today forward. It's just English, no, I'm sure that man. From today
no, or reiterating your canon, which is from today.
But English there,
from today forward, maybe to American, it makes it sound nice.
Jones Adobe says, in fact, I second the motion. Nana Adabo says, MPP will beat you. Mr. Lloyd says you are diabolic. Okay,
I think Sandovic did fantastic. Let's see if we can find that video of him receiving.
Oh, yes.
Oh, there
there it is.
Say that we are happy that your process started this morning and has ended very peacefully. That in itself is a very strong message about the democracy that President Mahama wants to instill in our dear country. If it were the case like this over the past 8 years, I'm sure that the retaliatory politics that you talk about wouldn't have been the case. They're not the best for this country. You can be assured that President Mahama, as every Ghanaian knows, is not that politician. President Mahama does not believe in retaliatory politics.
He's described as, too much of a father for all kind of presidents. And everybody knows that. Whatever actions that are being taken now, whatever decisions that are being taken now, as everybody knows, is in line with the provisions of our 1992 Constitution. Indeed, before President Fado left the presidency, he himself had started a Senate, and that is what President Mahama has done. It is not about retaliating on something that was done by the previous administration against President Mahama or the NDC. So the process that is ongoing is constitutional, and I do believe that if the committee that has been set, completes its work, whatever it is that they make, just as the Council of State's advice to the President was binding on him, it will be binding on him. I can assure you, and the people of Ghana, that we appreciate the fact that just as government, ensured that you went about your demonstration peacefully. There was one also last weekend, peacefully without any attempt at preventing you from expressing yourselves. We will continue to allow for that peaceful expression of ourselves in this country under President Mahama. Nobody is going to inhibit or stop anybody from doing that. That should tell you that President Mahama, in less than 120 days, has demonstrated how he is going to save the democracy of Ghana. He is going to grow the democracy of this country, and we are going to be together. We will work together with you and all the political parties, and your petition will be given the due response. I thank you very much.
Oh, you should have seen Nanabi's, posture. Are you responding to the petition here? Are you responding? But he is, literally, he is responding. You said it.
We know where we can go and meet to have a conversation.
Oh, my goodness. I want to see what people are saying behind this. But Biggest J says, if not for politics, people like you. Hey. Dr. Fred M says, if it weren't for politics, do you think people like you could comment on my post? Okay, or somebody is a... Misaka Muniru says, the MPP's planned protest over Chief Justice Tokodu's suspension is a hypocritical and politically bankrupt charade by a shameless party with a disgraceful history of eroding institutional integrity for selfish gain. That is coming in from Alhaji Said Sinari. Youth for Ken, at least we did not hear he is running with the key. I didn't get that. Just Nana Kwame says, Charlie Tokam again, he literally told them that the law is the law and the president will make sure he abides by every inch of it. Nothing might change though, unless she is not found guilty. Hey, oh Charlie. Asem Debbie says, Kodria wanted to laugh because Nanado won't give you this chance. Bridget Otus PA says, seriously, I love the way Chairman lowered the gas to cook slowly. He is him, and tagged Stan Dobe. All right. Yes. So the Ghana Insider says the Chief of Staff, Honorable Julius Deborah, wants appointees at Code of Conduct launch. And quickly, this is what he had to say.
Senior government officials, honorable ministers, deputy ministers, staffers. My work here is very simple, just to pave the way for His Excellency to launch the Code of Conduct. But before then, I just want to draw attention to one thing. An aspect of governance is like running a boarding school. There needs to be checks and balances, rules and regulations that tells you don't walk around during prep hours. The same thing applies to what we're doing here. And so I will encourage each and every one of you, once you get your copy, to study it just like your Bible. Because there shall never be any excuse for whatsoever when you cross the line. And Mr. President, with your indulgence, let me tell them a little story. Colleagues, the only time you will not be able to reach the president is when we are about removing you. I've heard some Excellency the President, senior government officials,
Okay.
honorable ministers, deputy ministers.
All right, so, oh boy. Anyway, all right, so that wraps it up for what's trending right here on X on the show. A quick turn. When we come back, we dive straight into our end of stories. Please don't go anywhere, but please do call a friend to tune in. It's still the AM Club. We'll be right back.
Visit www.mx24online.com for news, exclusive behind-the-scenes videos, up-to-the-minute sports updates, and the latest broken pen stories now. Experience more of MX24 Online. Visit mx24online.com today. MX24. Fun, fearless, and factual.
It's a brand new day here on the AM Club. My name is Augustine Adam Kobi saying it is time for us to recap what's been happening here in Ghana over the past 24 hours. Good morning. Well, let's just say it's been an interesting 24 hours. Yeah.
It has been. It has been. Anyway.
Let's get into our stories for this morning and start off. As President John Dramani Mahama has issued a stringent code of conduct explicitly prohibiting the use of government funds, including internal generated funds, for hampers or gift items except for modest staff recognitions. Now, this directive unveiled on Monday, May 5, 2025, forms a part of key promises in the 120-day social contract aimed at enhancing especially from entities within interest of government's decision. Now, he unveiled the code of conduct yesterday. Let's take you there and recap some of the highlights from the event.
No political appointee under this administration is permitted to purchase state assets, whether land, vehicles, shares, or buildings, directly or indirectly. If you attempt to do so and you are found out, your appointment will be terminated. We are here to protect the national interest, not to help ourselves to the national purse. Sanctions for violation. The code sets out consequences for breach, public apology, from public apology to reprimand, to suspension, to resignation, or ultimately termination. Let me assure you that these sanctions are not cosmetic, they will be enforced. And I will not hesitate to act firmly and decisively, no matter who is involved. Kindly do not put me in a position where I have to make that drastic choice. Because when it comes to protecting the integrity of this government, I will not compromise.
There you have it, President John Dramani Mahama stating clearly that as part of the Code of Conduct, government appointees are barred from purchasing state assets as well as receiving other gifts and other items from that will conflict their decisions as government appointees. He outlined other measures or other ethical standards that these are. To hold for more updates, visit mx24online.com. But still on this, the Chief of Staff, Julius Debra, has warned government appointees to adhere to the introduced Code of Conduct, warning breaches could not be tolerated. Sounding the note of caution during the unveiling of the Code of Conduct, he stressed the need for discipline and accountability in public service.
I just want to draw attention to one thing. An aspect of governance is like running a boarding school. There needs to be checks and balances, rules and regulations that tells you don't walk around during prep hours. The same thing applies to what we're doing here. And so I will encourage each and every one of you, once you get your copy, to study it just like your Bible. Because there shall never be any excuse for whatsoever when you cross the line. And Mr. President, with your indulgence, let me tell them a little story. Colleagues, the only time you will not be able to reach the president is when we are about removing you. I've heard some of you say, oh, he's my friend, I go to his house. Trust me, even if you meander your way to reach him through his driver, his ADC, the president will tell you, as for this Julius, this issue came up, and I told him, look at what he's done. But he's written the letter already. So, my colleagues, please, I wish we are never going to have that bad experience for removing any one of you. But don't forget that if you play ignorance, it's never an excuse. On that note, I wish you all the best. Do your best. Let's make the president look good in the eyes of Ghanaians. Thank you.
Well, President John Dramani Mahama has handed over 2 vehicles gifted to him to the state in a symbolic gesture aimed at reinforcing transparency and accountability in public office. Now, the move announced on Monday, May 5, 2025, coincided with the official launch of the new Code of Conduct for Government Appointees. The vehicles were presented for Staff Julius Debra by government spokesperson Felix Kwachio-Fosu, who explained that under the new Code of Conduct, public officials are expected to relinquish gifts received in the course of their duty. Let's take you to the presidency where Felix Kwachio-Fosu handed the 2 vehicles over to the Chief of Staff, Julius Debra. Julius Debra together with Felix Kwachio-Fosu, where he's handing over the vehicles, 2 vehicles given to the President John to the state. He says that this is part of efforts to, adhere to the new Code of Conduct as well as promote transparency and accountability in governance. The cars handed over, the keys being handed over to Julius Debra, the Chief of Staff, by Kwachio-Fosu. Mahama issued a firm ultimatum to government appointees who have yet complied with declaration laws, warning they will be dismissed if they fail to meet a final deadline on May 7, 2025. The President's directive comes amid ongoing efforts to enforce transparency and accountability within his administration. The move follows an earlier March 31 deadline, which some appointees failed to meet. Now, speaking at the launch of the Code of Conduct for government appointees in Accra yesterday, President Mahama emphasized the seriousness of the issue, declaring that no one would be exempt from the consequences of non-compliance.
What we launched today is more than a code. It is a declaration of intent. It is the foundation of a new ethos in public service, one that values ethics over expediency, duty over indulgence, country over self. We're here to serve and will serve with honor. On the 18th February 2025, I set a deadline of 31st March 2025 for all appointees who are taking office or at the time to declare their assets. An update provided by the Auditor General to my indicated that some of you failed to meet that deadline. For all those who are appointed or nominated before 31st March 2025 and failed to meet the deadline, you are to forfeit 3 months of salary to be donated to the Ghana Medical Trust Fund, named after me, Mahama Cares. In addition to 1 month's salary that I've asked all appointees to donate to the Mahama Cares Trust Fund. So it means that those who omitted to declare assets by the date, you are paying 4 months' salary to Mahama Cares. However, if by close of day Wednesday, 7th May 2025, any of you still fails to declare your assets, count yourself automatically.
Well, count yourself automatically out. These are words of President John Dramani Mahama to govern their assets. And we know on March 31, that was a deadline set by President John Dramani Mahama after he declared his asset to the Auditor General. He gave that deadline to all government appointees to also declare their asset. Now, recently, an expose by the Fourth Estate showed that some 51 government appointees have yet to declare the assets, and the president says latest by tomorrow, May 7, 2025. If they do not do that, well, they are dismissed from office. But as a punitive measure, they are forfeiting 3 months of their salary. In addition to 1 month's salary, the president has asked all government appointees to donate. In total, government appointees who have yet or who have not declared their assets are going to be forfeiting 4 months of their salary to the Mahama Cares Initiative. Well, that's interesting to note. But President John Dramani Mahama will deliver a special national broadcast on Wednesday, May 7, 2025, to provide an update on the progress of his administration's 120-day contract with the Ghanaian people. Now, the announcement was made by the Minister for State in charge of Government Communications, Felix Kwachio, who encouraged citizens across to tune in to the address. According to Qweeku, the broadcast will give Ghanaians the opportunity to independently assess the president's performance over the past 4 months and determine how he will fulfill the promises outlined in the 120-day contract. Now, yesterday we brought you an extensive detail as to what the 120-day contract is, what has been accomplished and what is yet to be accomplished. But since we are talking about the 120-day contract, let's walk you through a few details of what has been accomplished in the 120-day contract and what is yet to be accomplished in the 120-day contract. First, we know that he says he was going to nominate within the first 14 days the complete list of cabinet ministers for parliamentary approval. That he was able to do constitute the leanest and most efficient government under the Fourth Republic. In his first 90 days in office, he's put together a government, but lean and efficiency is relative, and this description is best known to the president. Hold a national economic dialogue, which he has. Within my first 90 days in office, scrap the following draconian taxes: e-levy, 10% levy on betting winnings, and emissions levy. He standard. Convene a national consultative conference on education. We saw him do that in Ho somewhere in March. Introduce the following social interventions: the Ghana Medical Care Trust, also known as the Mahama Cares Fund. We saw him do that at UGMC. Commence the distribution of free sanitary pads to female students in primary and secondary schools. We've seen that some 2 weeks ago. Launched the following priority job creation programs: the Jumara program, the National Apprenticeship program, and 1 million coders, which he has done. High-profile criminal investigations reopened. We've seen that of Edu Buahin, which was not on the list but has been a part of it. We've seen that of Ahmed Swale's murder as well. Compensation allocation for Akosombo Dam spillage victims. We had that in the budget. Ban illegal and new mining activities in forest reserves. Roll out Tree for Life and the Blue Water Initiative, also known as the Blue Water Guards, which are deployed to forest reserves and water bodies that are being polluted for galamsey purposes. This is aimed at sustaining and healing the environment. Launched the Black Star Experience. It's been done. Implement the no academic fee policy for all first-year students in public tertiary institutions. This, we know, the portal has been also opened for registration. Allocate seed money for the establishment of the Women's Development Bank. We heard of this in the 2025 budget. Now, what is yet to be accomplished? He says he's going to establish a robust code of conduct and standards for all government officials. As at yesterday, it wasn't done. But as at yesterday morning, when we're doing the checklist, it wasn't done. But this has been done as at today. Scrap COVID-19 levy. It has not yet been done. Commence drafting needed the legal amendments and prepare for the implementation of the 24-hour economy policy under the Office of the President. This conversation is yet to be done. Within my first 90 days in office, review taxes and levies on vehicles and equipment for industrial and agricultural purposes. This is also yet to be done. Finally, institute a government policy banning political appointees from purchasing state assets. This, we know, was a part of the code of conduct unveiled by the president yesterday. It has been done. Establish an accelerated export development council to promote exports as part of a broader strategy for economic transformation, yet to be done. And finally, lay before Parliament a new bill to streamline government scholarship administration, prohibit political appointees from accessing government scholarships, and eliminate political patronage, cronyism, nepotism, and corruption in awarding government scholarship. We do not know if this is also a part of the code of conduct, but it is yet to be done. Well, like we always say here on MX24, we keep our eyes keenly on President John Dramani Mahama's 120-day contract and bring you updates. But Felix Kwachofosu says tomorrow the president is going to address the nation with regards to the 120-day contract. We'll also keep our eyes on it and bring updates as and when it develops. But now let's do some MPP stories. The Deputy Secretary of the New Patriotic Party, Antoinette Thibault Darkon, has called on President John Dramani Mahama to heed public sentiment and revoke suspension. Now, speaking to the media on yesterday after the NPP, together with some political parties, presented their petition to the president in their staged Save the Judiciary demonstration, she emphasized the protest had successfully conveyed its message even before participants took to the streets. She argued that as a democratically elected president, President Mahama must respect the will of the Ghanaian people.
It has been calm. We've delivered our message. We did it at Parliament, and then we've done it here too. The interest and the key and the primary interest is in protecting our democracy. And I'm happy to see a lot of young people who are concerned about how we protect our democracy. For me, it is important that they understand that 32 years of a democracy is not old enough. We are still a country that guard democracy. We are still, if I should say so. So the more of our younger generation that you have interested in this particular peaceful demonstration to protect the judiciary, the better it is for us as a country. First and foremost, of course, is to the president to listen and to ask, is this really what is happening? Is this really the precedence we want to set? If you want to establish a case, there's never anything wrong with it, because constitutionally, this is not wrong. But there are certain clauses in the Constitution that are also there for us to protect our judiciary. Have we exercised all of them? You should make sure that when you are, say, taking such serious decisions, as the BBC calls it, unprecedented, you shouldn't leave loopholes for doubt. You shouldn't leave loopholes for arguments. You shouldn't leave loopholes so that such a thing can be repeated. We need to make sure that if the judiciary is the epitome of the law and order, it's a judiciary that's supposed to exemplify law and order in our nation, then we shouldn't leave rooms, we shouldn't leave loopholes in how we deal with the judiciary. And I think that is very, not just to protect our judiciary or protect our democracy, but also because we have a right. And the only people that protect our right is the judiciary. So per the constitutional provisions, we just want what is being done to be done in a right manner. That is what we are asking for. Maybe there are lots of people in this generation who never lived through a military time. I was young at that time, but I still remember a lot. At least I was in secondary school, so I can remember what it is to have a military government in place. I don't think we ever want to go back to those places. But where we start dictating to the arms of government what to do, the executive meddles in the business of the judiciary, this is where we are heading. We are taking away the autonomy of the judiciary to act on their own. So you politicize the judiciary, you set a precedent now. Everybody that comes now wants to follow the same precedent. That is what we are saying. It shouldn't happen. We should allow our judiciary to be autonomous, to have the ability and the independence to act on their own. That's all we are asking for. Every political party needs to stand for democracy. That is what we are all about. Besides that, the motto for the MPP, freedom, justice. Justice, freedom. So the judiciary is a core part of our motto. And freedom and justice, life of every individual, our borders on what? On freedom and justice. So a peaceful demonstration to protest or to voice out your opinion is in the right manner. So it's not just for the MPP. You saw other political parties joining. We stand for democracy. And democracy starts with protecting our judiciary.
Democracy starts with protecting our judiciary. Words from Antoinette Thibault Darkon, the Deputy General Secretary of the New Patriotic Party. We spoke to her after the Save the Judiciary demonstration organized by the NPP together with other political parties. But the Minority Leader, Alexander Afenyo-Markin, has strongly condemned what he describes as an unprovoked act of violence against him by a uniformed police officer during the Save the Judiciary demonstration at Parliament House yesterday. Now, Afenyo-Markin was captured in a widely circulated video, appearing visibly agitated while attempting to hit an officer behind a barricade during the demonstration on May 5, 2025. In a statement issued on May 5, Afenyo-Markin recounted the incident, alleging that Constable Forcing struck him forcefully on the chest near his heart, and as he approached the barricade to present a petition. According to Afenyo-Markin, the senior police officers and colleagues quickly intervened to assist him, providing water and helping him stabilize before he proceeded with the petition presentation. He emphasized that this reaction was merely a protest against the officer's conduct, rejecting claims that he was the aggressor. Now, that is, in your short, what transpired when Afenyo Marking tried to present the petition, or the petition as it was being demonstrated against the suspension of the Chief Justice to Parliament. An officer, allegedly one Constable Forcing, struck him on the chest, and his response, that's Afenyo Marking's response, was to hit him. That he says was a defense mechanism, merely protecting himself against the aggressor. Afenyo Marking provided some explanation in a statement as to what that video, what really went on in that video, and he says, "We joined the incident at Parliament House during the Save the Judiciary demonstration. A right to strongly condemn the reprehensible and disgraceful act of violence perpetrated against me by a uniformed police officer, Constable Forcing, at the entrance of Parliament House during today's peaceful and highly successful Save the Judiciary demonstration. As the leader of the demonstration, I led the protesters together with the leadership of other political parties to Parliament, one of the designated stops on our route to formally present our petition. Earlier, we had delivered copies to the Supreme Court, and from Parliament, we were to proceed to the Jubilee House. Upon our arrival at Parliament House, the national organizer and other party leaders had earlier been granted access. The Deputy Minority Leader, Honorable Patricia PJ, and I were then invited by the party's communications director, Mr. Richard Ehiagba, to proceed and join them. As I approached the barricade without any provocation, a uniformed police officer stationed behind the barricade, Constable Forcing, a tall, fair, heavily built officer, deliberately struck the left side of my chest with the full force of his right palm, directly near my heart. The impact of the hit dazed me, and I was visibly shaken and short of breath. In that moment, I spontaneously protested his conduct, asking why he would seek to harm me. The inspector, who was facilitating my access along with other officers, quickly intervened and assisted me into the restricted area, where I had to lean against the wall at the entrance of Parliament House to prevent me from collapsing. A national service personnel from Parliament, whom I know, approached me and offered me water. 2 CID officers from Parliament also came to check on me and assisted me to a nearby security restroom, where I lay down on a bench to stabilize. He goes on to say that Mr. Richard Ehiagba, Mr. Henry Nana Boache, and the MPP Greater Accra Regional Organizer stayed by my side throughout, providing support and ensuring my well-being. After regaining some composure, I was helped to the washroom to wash my face, and though still unwell, I made a deliberate effort to compose myself, calm down, and rejoin the leaders of the delegation to present a petition, determined not to let the incident create a scene or derail the purpose of our peaceful protest. Now, it goes on to say that following the presentation of the petition, senior police officers and the Deputy Marshal of the Parliament attempted to locate the officer involved, but he had mysteriously disappeared from the scene. It is suspected that he may have discreetly removed He has been discreetly removed to prevent further attention and avoid scrutiny. Had this aggression become widely known in the moment, it could have compromised the peaceful character of the entire demonstration. It is therefore most unfortunate that some individuals would seek to twist the narrative and suggest that I was the aggressor when I was merely protesting the officer's conduct. This unprovoked, disrespectful, and shameful attack is a stain on the professionalism of the Ghana Police Service. Throughout the demonstration, the conduct of officers at the Supreme Court and the Jubilee House was commendable, professional, and respectful. Some were even seen sharing water for demonstrators, a testament to the discipline and decorum expected of police officers. What occurred at Parliament was an embarrassing and dangerous departure of this standard and is unacceptable. I have always respected and worked cordially with the Ghana Police Service and hold our law officers, enforcement institutions in the highest esteem. This incident is a disregard to the standards and professionalism expected of those tasked with protecting citizens. As such, it must be treated with the contempt it deserves. Their aim is clear, and he's referring to the NDC, to distort the narrative and shift focus away from the core constitutional concerns we raised at the protest. Now, he concludes the statement by saying that in light of these facts, I urge all media outlets and the general public to refrain from spreading misleading narratives and join me in condemning the unprofessional and disrespectful actions of Constable Forcing. It was signed by Osahin Alexander Afenyo Marking, the minority leader of Parliament. Now, with regards to this, the Ghana Police Service has officially invited the minority leader, Alexander Afenyo Marking, to assist in an ongoing investigation following a viral video alleging showing him assaulting a police officer during the Save the Judiciary demonstration. Now, the police statement reads, the Ghana Police Service has reviewed several video footages on an alleged assault on a police officer by Honorable Alexander Afenyo Marking during the just-ended demonstration. Following the review, the service has written to the Right Honourable Speaker of Parliament requesting the release of Honourable Alexander Afenyo Marking to assist ongoing investigations into the alleged incident. The officer in question will also be assisting the investigation, and it was released by the Ghana Police Service last night. Now, let's bring you some updates with regards to what the petition submitted to the Judiciary Council yesterday entailed, as Minority Leader Alexander Afenyo Marking has called on members of the judiciary to rally in defense of the institution following the suspension of the Chief Justice Gertrude Tokonu. He made the appeal during the presentation of a petition by the New Patriotic Parties and its allied groups as part of their Save the Judiciary protest. Addressing the gathering, Afenyo Marking condemned the suspension, describing it as a grave threat to the independence of the judiciary and the overall stability of Ghana's judiciary.
Citizens of Ghana, empowered, boldened, and encouraged by the Constitution to express our dissent and protest in a peaceful manner, this morning we are before you. And our mission is very simple: to protest at the executive intimidation, interference, and the attack on your very institution. We are political actors. The judiciary is supposed to be a neutral actor in this democratic discourse. The judiciary is our last hope, and we believe that what is happening undermines our democracy and the rule of law. For the Chief Justice to be singled out for this unfortunate attack, flimsy, pedestrian petition, the Council of State has failed the country. And we want you as an institution to put aside your individual differences and know that it is your institution that is under attack. Maybe today is Tokonu, tomorrow, my respected friend, it may be you. You don't serve at the whims and caprices of a political party and a government. If you wanted to be a politician, you would have been in a political party. So this exercise is to protect this very institution. What is happening to her ladyship is repugnant to good conscience. This government is to focus its attention attacking actors who are non-partisan.
Well, that was Alexander Afenyo Marking when he was presenting the petition to the Supreme Court Council, also the Judiciary Council, yesterday. That was where the protest began. It proceeded then to Parliament and then finally ended at the Flagstaff House, where Standogbe, the Deputy Chief of Staff, received the petition on behalf of the President, and he assured that this will land on the decks of President John Dramani Mahama. Now, for more news and updates, join us on mx24online.com or join us on social media, mx24gh on all platforms, and mx24 news on Instagram. My name is Augustine Adam Kobiti Saints. Do enjoy the rest of the show.
Augustine, thank you so much for coming in with in-depth stories right here on the show. Well, we'll take a quick turn. When we come back, we dive straight into sports. We'll be right back.
Visit www.mx24online.com for news, exclusive behind-the-scenes videos, up-to-the sports update, and the latest broken pen stories now. Experience more of MX24 Online. Visit mx24online.com today. MX24, fun, fearless, and factual.
So it's time for us to catch up on everything that has to do with sports right here on the show. It's time to get rewarded as the next big sports betting influencer with Betway. Place bets and share your codes with friends, fans, and followers. If they place bets using your code, you earn 4% of their wager. It doesn't matter if it's a win or a loss. If they bet, you earn cash. And the more people that bet with your code, the more you earn. Start betting, sharing, and winning with Bet Influencer, exclusive to Bet and conditions apply, regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Bet the responsible way. Betway, get way more. Now on to our first story. Ghana's Black Satellites edged a fiercely contested match against Senegal with a narrow 1-0 victory, thanks to an early first-half goal from Emmanuel Mensah and a resolute display anchored by standout performances from goalkeeper Gideos Asiako and midfield dynamo satellites, and we're looking forward to them, moving from one stage to the other, and possibly taking up back to the country. Away from that, but still on football, Trent Alexander-Arnold has informed Liverpool FC of his intention to leave the club this summer upon the expiry of his current contract. The 26-year-old will bring his 2-decade-long association with the Reds to an end, having made the decision to depart Anfield once he ceases on June the 30th, 2025.
Okay.
That feels emotional, as he kept on saying it. I mean, and you know, when you're leaving from one club to the other, it's especially when you were built with the team, right, from 6 years. He's 26, so 20 good years with Liverpool. Wish him the very best. Still is looking like I've seen Fabrizio talking a lot. So let's see if Trent will join Real Madrid, and I'm just hoping that as he moves to another team, he performs as it is. You get it? Because sometimes it's a little bit shaky. But hey, wish him all the best. Away from that, Barcelona coach Hansi Flick says he, together with his team, wants to make the fans proud when they come up against Inter in the second leg of the Champions League semi-final, which is currently logged at 3-3.
I think, you know, when we start the season, no one had any idea what we achieved till now, and for me it's like it's not about pressure. It's now we play a final before the final, and we want to show how good we are. We want to show how can play as a team, and we want to make the fans proud, the families proud, the club proud, and this is what we want to do. Now they are really good in defending, but also they are strong in attacking, and they are not, you know, they are in a semi-final, and there are 4 really good teams, and we are one of them. But also Inter is a huge opponent. no, it's great, but you know, for us also that we want to show that the way how we want to go, the trip goes till the final, and it's now at the end of the season, and it's every match is now very important, and of course tomorrow. This is a great opportunity to get in the final and to Munich, Germany, and I would like it.
All right, so we see how that goes this evening. Barcelona, facing off with Inter Milan. It's going to be a cracker because right now, as it stands, the aggregate is 3-3. Everybody has 3 apiece. Let's see how it turns out to be this evening. Well, we wrap it up with some NBA action. The Knicks, accustomed to big deficits against the Celtics, faced another one in their Eastern Conference semifinal matchup against the defending NBA champions. However, they managed to overcome it with a 108-105 win in Game 1 of the... with friends and followers. If they place bets using your code, you earn 4% of their wager. It doesn't matter if it's a win or a loss. If they bet, you earn cash. And the more people that bet with your code, the more you earn. So start betting, sharing, and winning with Bet Influencer. Exclusive to Betway. Terms and conditions apply. Regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Bet the responsible way. Betway, get way more. Visit the MX24 app to catch up on all the fun and excitement of the AM Club shows, featuring engaging conversations, thrilling live segments, and exclusive content you cannot afford to miss.
I'll catch up with all the fun, the breaking news stories, sports, and business insight on mx24online.com. It's time for showbiz and entertainment right here on the AM Club. We'll be right back after this.
Visit www.mx24online.com for news, exclusive behind-the-scenes videos, up-to-the-minute sports updates, and the latest broken pen stories now. Experience more of MX24 Online. Visit MX24. Feel
Good morning, everybody. You're welcome to Entertainment News segment right here on the AM Club. Today is going to be a special one. We're doing Fashion Police right here. And so everything that happened on the Met Gala, trust me, the real commentary, all of them, forgets them. Today, the AM Club, the real commentary is here today. Well, good morning, Mimi. Good morning, JKD.
Good morning.
I saw you on the Met Gala red carpet.
Yes, yes. See, I'm tired.
You were busy, yeah.
What was she doing?
She was busy. She was working. She had a note. She had a tab. She was listing down some of the things that were happening.
Mando, I didn't sleep. Like having to come. Because I can't miss the show. You know,
you flew back.
It's not easy. I can't miss the show. We
did.
take flights like taxis.
Yeah, I mean.
Okay.
I'm sure.
And you came back?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Came straight here.
I mean, it's not a big of a deal. She can go back.
Okay.
No, if you have to hear, I'm going for an ice cream date. So.
Yeah. Where? You want gelato in Italy?
No, US.
You're going back to the US. Where exactly? Boston, Texas?
Massachusetts.
Massachusetts.
Whatever you call it.
Massachusetts.
Who says them? Nobody. Would you dare go with please.
How you doing?
I'm good, thank you. All right, let's quickly get into it. Now, this year's theme for the Met Gala was centered in black men in fashion. So more of fine tailored suit, anything that would fall on your body, you know, anything that would speak glam. Exactly. Let's see if they killed it. So we have Doechii here. But first of all, she has Louis Vuitton. Do you see that? I don't know if you see that. She has a Louis Vuitton bump. I'm wondering how they did it. But did she kill it or not? She killed it. She nailed it for you. Yes.
Boy.
Yes. Well, let's quickly get into it. No, so fashion's most anticipated night came yesterday, and stars had begun showcasing jaw-dropping looks as they ascend the steps to the Metropolitan Museum of Arts. This year's Met Gala theme is super fine, tailoring black style in coordination with the Costume Institute exhibition of the same name. The theme takes the black dandy as its subject to examine the importance of clothing in style to the formation of black identities in the Atlantic diaspora, according to Vogue. The dress code this year is tailored for you and not the exhibition focus of menswear, according to the outlets. Yeah, so this is some looks over there. Move on to the next one. Thames. I love this. This is some Ankara look. Is this Ankara?
I'm not getting.
No, please don't tell me that. Look at Thames. Look at how beautiful she looks.
I think she looks beautiful. It's just not giving me anything. It's giving. Okay, I don't know.
Oh, but
It's beautiful though. I'm just trying to. So I'm looking at her with the theme in mind. And I see the suit thing they've done at the top there.
Yeah.
Giving it the feminine look on the lower bit. And then the tie thing, the tie thing going on there. It's okay. Like, you know.
It's not extraordinary.
Okay. and maybe the X factor will be that she represented Ankara on a platform like that.
Yeah.
So okay, but
for me, I think she killed everybody in there. You know, and what?
Yeah, I think it's okay. Yeah. It's okay. Like
it's okay. Yeah. All right, moving on to the next person.
Now this is what I'm talking about.
I like this.
Now, you see, once you're looking at you don't have to think.
Yeah.
Once you look at, you know, there's something different going on there, and I think that's really. Is that bead? Are those beads?
Yes, those are beads. So there's a beading.
Yeah.
Embroidery beading. I'm bringing my fashion.
I think this cool. This cool.
Well, I want us to take a look. This is I love the body that After Beth gave her. People said that, oh, she gave up her career for a man. Like she should live there.
She went to love.
She went to love. The love didn't go on well for her. But anyway,
came back without the lover. It's okay.
It's okay. But came with the precious little baby boy. Period. But I love this. I love this. This is beautiful. Tracy Ellis Ross.
Okay.
Understood the assignment.
Okay. Now this is something.
And I think this Met Gala theme is something that Kojo is really going to rock. Because you know Kojo in suits.
Yes.
And ties.
Yeah.
I didn't like this.
This one didn't understand that.
She didn't understand. She's those kind of people that if they give you a homework, do page 5. You should go and do page 10.
Yeah.
Exactly.
To do what you want.
Megan, we know you have nice ties. We know we
the body
love
giving.
that. The body is giving. But
stay with it. Stay with it. This. I said,
wow.
Not anyway.
This is beautiful from Janelle Monáe. And you know, constantly on the red carpet, this is something that she's been doing. She's been doing suit stuff like this. So for this, I think it was very, very normal for her.
Was she wearing the outfit or it was behind the outfit? I'm not sure what I'm looking at. But this is amazing as well.
This is a proud moment for me because my friend here, Judonto, happened to walk on them. And Jude, call me.
I love that.
That's amazing. And I'm so happy because this Ghanaian designer started with Tribe of God and he's made it this far. Walk on the carpet, the Met Gala carpet with Lauryn Hill. It's a big deal. Congratulations to him. And I'm excited for him.
So we had a Ghanaian designer on there. Oh, I love that.
Nicki Minaj.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nicki is giving me Thames.
She's giving you Thames?
Yes. She's giving me Thames. She's giving me, unless of course that's the idea for all the female outfits, but she's giving me Thames, not anything extraordinary. It's okay. And you're basic, but you're okay. It's just there. Because, you know, this looks like, you know, the men's suit fabric.
Yeah.
At the top there.
This is pinstripes.
I think it's okay. I think it's okay.
Yeah, moving on away from Nicki. Moving away from Nicki. Okay. So these are some of the few looks that were in fact, I had a lot for you guys, but you know, time won't permit all of that. And so this is what happened. But, on the red carpet, guess who decided to... First of all, no, not even that. First of all, Rihanna and ASAP. ASAP is sharpshooter.
But
they are married.
Don't you get it? It's ASAP, like...
As soon as possible.
Yeah. ASAP.
Wow, big congratulations to them.
This
was very, very unexpected for me. And she's always debuting plus this is 3. And in fact, she's a 37-year-old woman. So if she has her money and she wanted to do it the right way and met the love of her life and then they are doing it, come on. People are saying she's the new Ciara.
It's okay.
Yeah, you know how Ciara goes every
You have
minute.
money to take up the children. You mind your business.
Yeah, a very big congratulations. Anyway, moving away from that, and let's take a look at Sean Diddy. Now his trial has started. Yes, and so let's quickly get into it. The music mogul Sean Diddy Combs is currently on trial in New York City, facing serious charges including sex trafficking and racketeering conspiracy. The 55-year-old, who has pleaded not guilty, is accused of running a criminal enterprise involving sex trafficking, forced labor, and other offenses since at least 2004. The indictment alleges a pattern of abuse, manipulation, and control over victims, with 4 accusers expected to testify if convicted on all counts. Combs could face a life sentence if found guilty. Yes, so this is what we're taking a look at right now. If he's found guilty on all counts, he could be facing a life sentence, because if one count of sex trafficking is 50 years, then the other one is 30, then the other one is 8, and all the 5 counts it comes to, this one is for life. It's so let's hope and see. Every trial, every update, I'll definitely bring it to you guys and you see. Well, this is all we have for you today on the entertainment news segment. I hope you guys enjoyed your time right here. My name is Daphne Flash. You enjoy the rest of the show, but until then, keep up with us on all our social media pages and also on our website at MX24GH. My name is Daphne. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much, Daphne, for coming through with those entertainment stories. Now, in today's dynamic business environment, a robust workforce is pivotal to achieving success. This is why we have thoughtfully designed our corporate health insurance plans to empower your employees and bolster your organization's performance. Now, with Equity Health Insurance, our insurance transcends ordinary insurance. It represents a commitment to the future of your company. Our health plans are individually tailored to accommodate the unique needs of your employees, offering comprehensive coverage and exceptional benefits. Our support goes beyond administrative tasks and premiums. At Equity Health Insurance, we are dedicated to standing by your side throughout the entire journey. So please feel free to reach out to us on 050-1515124 or 053913 5073, so that we can further enhance the level of service we provide to you. Equity Health Insurance, we say always here for you.
Good news coming in from Telecel Cash. Yes, your secure and convenient cash platform is still here and is still here to stay. All right, and it's even better sending money from Telecel Cash to Telecel Cash. It's still free on the Telecel Play app. So whether you're paying school fees or you're sending cash to your favorite people, what do you send it keke? All right, send it keke. That's all. All you have to do is just dial *110# or download the Telecel Play app today. Now send it keke, send it keke. That's Telecel making that happen. Yes. Now this Mother's Day, MX24 in collaboration with Surprise with Nuna and Emporium by Laura. Emporium by Laura are giving you the chance to celebrate the woman who means the world to you. Do you have a mother? In fact, even if your mother is not even alive, you have mothers. Mothers in different forms. You get it. So everyone has a mother, whether you like it or not.
Mother.
Yes, you did. Oh, yes.
I'm receiving Mother's Day gifts.
All right, so please kindly just send, all right? It's as simple as ABC. Slide into our DMs, all right? Yes, MX24. Slide into our DMs. Let us know. I mean, give us the best part. We'll definitely just call your mom live, all right? But you have to let us know about your mom. Express your mom in different ways, all right? So only 5 lucky winners. 5 lucky winners. 5 lucky winners. All right, so we're looking forward to Mother's Day. It's just a Sunday, right?
Yeah. Sunday.
Mother's Day.
Let's say I work, I don't know.
Hey, me cry them a boca plenty.
When you have a lot of mothers, it's okay until it's Mother's Day.
Until it's Mother's Day.
Because all the mothers have different tastes. Me like this.
Oh,
what I'm going to give mommy is different from what I'm going to give mommy. Before I have to go and give mommy again.
Mommy again. I'm going to give ma.
I'm going to give ma.
And give mommy. So you have ma, You have the man. You have the one with A, and you have the one with A.
Ma.
And you have Ma. You have Ma.
And then you have mommy.
You have mommy. And you have mommy.
Mommy.
That's the O.
And
you have Mumsy.
Mumsy. And you
have Mumsy with you, and you have Mumsy with O. And you have Mama.
We don't worry. On Sunday, like I'm not feeling well. So that now I don't have to give them anything. Now they have to come and take care of me.
Yes. Anyway, you also have that, so
yeah.
It will also take care of you. That's about it for Coffee Dailies, but you can courtesy Carbo Coffee. Carbo Coffee says they're with you every single moment. Next, we get straight into Lifestyle Daily. We'll be right back.
Visit www.mx24online.com for news, exclusive behind-the-scenes videos up to the and the latest broken pen stories now. Experience more of MX24 Online. Visit mx24online.com today. MX24. Fun, fearless, and factual.
I wanted to become an engineer. Yeah, but alongside, I needed money to further my education. That was 2008. But there's no one to help. Mama nyapa nyingba visually. I'm okay. Ma try. Ma wo fertilizer. But super maybe matakuga. Akoye squaji. I remember try la ma poba. Ma ho mo ba kwerenye. Tama te puga la fuma. Akoye squaji. Tama wo squangu last time abono. Kajiba because of mama puga la koye. Because koye tajo ma dagbe. Tana ba magere.
Tivekana must grow, let's go.
I go to for you there for agricate them makung get them because as from last year, a villa senior, Agbla, I could demele. Coco the beauty corner school. I feel I'm working in a dome.
My donkey, I don't year.
I've been working with Mr. Francis now close to a year now. Working with Mr. Francis is a very good thing because he's not harsh, he's okay, he's calm. So I don't find anything difficult or anything hard in working with him.
Because when you got a blood, I want to get a like glamour.
Nukuyo Katamido Namopona Bobber. Let me be ya adiado, me have a mokata boajri. Agbala, let me dela miamova, Icona gadam. Tana benefit ava miamova miga, blonisam.
There are a lot of benefits, you understand? Yeah. I'm able to get money from the farm to pay my children's school fees.
The
guys who working for me, I do pay them.
I get money to set up my bills. Then I got okra and pepper for soup items in the house.
If you know for school, I'm a pop of Chobo. You can bring into half a to my Martin Pop, Chobo, you can maintain a corner of a house.
And my solution to my mom is the farm. The Ghana Grow Initiative. And new year to near be a premier Gladalaunchi. The Vieto saw who can the Jimbo Yogada Blama. The Kafium, a law cause who are good at the combo. I'll make a Jibbo Yogada Glad at the flyer. Now I feel like whenever I glad at the Anya when you are there. I came in here, I'm a Cuviato for the a galema. Manufacturing banalo Ganfina start to maybe over backyard garden. I started small, and after do the Holland detector one now seed all over, and not do seed maybe alpha the kakra. But to make an aqua, but then we buy Gaika General attack when you can be out. Maybe I'm going to school down crown water. I wouldn't have come. At the end of the day, what I cook for school fees la for my
Tokumajiba madong sa Mr. Francis Saros Ranye, ba a doika goma mija, roagbla the daika gomoja. Magahara magbo na iji, miawi.
Agbe da nu nyo ne wala marashi. Ro miamu ko do ha. Miapo bi re garacho egbo.
I pray the Lord should give him the strength to carry on with his homework and for him also to benefit more for me so that he can be able to assist people that need things.
Ede makuru kunyele fa tomagbela nyefa gbela na lo la mata ho yuto dovio ale ngue shada agro nku bi shada kemito la miata dura ashivovo especially ba yevuduko amoko hiane e mata we ko ho atawe enko nye Francis Kojo Buabasa agrodela manya Ghana grows hope day.
Ghana grows.
Ghana grows. Hope Day.
Introducing Betway's Bet Influencer, a groundbreaking feature where you can make money by just sharing codes. He just needs to share his codes and make money. The more his codes are used, the more money he makes. Oh yes, so what are you waiting for? Anyone can be a bet influencer. Share your codes and make money. Bet Influencer, another world first from Betway.
This advert has been approved by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Betway, get way more.
Mini Ojo, from the connection man. The OPBR Meso too. Come.
Mate, Pacho Shabu Sukanka.
Fukawi. See what kiosk number 22. That's all your brajo. Oh, that's so too. So around. Yes. Mommy, you show our unya so well. Hello. You show our uko boats. See what last stop. That's all your Sister Rose. Hold up. Sister Rose, Mr. No customer. So to the mommy. Also, unya so spot. See what circle. Boys me. Nyanya walk up. You sound. Bro, I had the info from 6 p.m. Shut. Let's so too.
When we connect our energies, great things happen. Connect to a world of amazing and endless possibility with Telecel. Telecel, connecting lifestyle, connecting passions, connecting dreams.
Telecel, connecting energies.
Let me state that everything I'm about to say on here is a joke, okay? And then anybody toy. Let's talk about weed for a bit. Run or share. Don't. Growing up, I had dreams, so I went to GIG and called me Nana Mama Brown. Are you sure you're not going to cheat on me? When you're receiving head, what do you do with your hand? I conduct. When I saw Patapa in the corner, that is, and you know on Yemidel. Diana, oh boy, I was like, yo. It be music. It be music, bro. It be music.
You're welcome back to the AM Club right here on MX24. This is a Lifestyle Daily segment. My name is Miriam Uduak-Mensah. We're getting into our big conversation today. Yes, but before we do that, let's talk about something amazing. Equity Future Health Plan. Your health is your greatest asset, and planning for future medical needs is essential. The Equity Future Health Plan is a long-term health savings and insurance solution designed to provide financial security for your future medical expenses. Now, with flexible contribution options, this plan ensures that you are or your loved ones are covered in times of need, whether it's routine checkups, specialized treatments, and emergency care. You can enjoy peace of mind knowing that your healthcare is secured. By subscribing to the Future Health Plan, you can gain a structured health savings fund, access to top-tier medical care, financial protection against unforeseen health expenses. Start planning today for a healthier tomorrow. Contact us on 050-6607-910 or 050-9969-010 to enroll today. Equity Health Insurance, we say always here for you. Now, with Jibu Water, staying refreshed has never been easier. Jibu Water provides clean, healthy water you can trust as your go-to source for drinking and cooking. Now, with our options of our innovative 20-liter bottles that come with a tap and 18.9-liter bottles, your dispensers will have a breath of a new life. Now, contact us today on 020-9845-817. That's 020-9845-817, or visit our website at www.jibuco.com/GH for more information about our brand. Jibu Water, a better life. Now, for our big conversation, we are discussing comedy and tourism. We're going to explore ways we can promote tourism through comedy. Quite honestly, I never, ever thought. I'm a huge comedy person. Like, I'll show up for all the comedy shows. Please, I'm there. But I just never really knew how we could promote tourism with that. Well, joining us for the conversation today, one of Ghana's biggest comedians. He is a very, very, very Jerry Ashinyo is a comedian. Good morning.
Good morning. I'm good.
Which one is you?
No, you're going to say something and then you stop.
A nice up.
Yeah.
I'll tell you after the show.
Okay.
And we also have a comedian as well joining us, some Qweeku.
Yeah.
Qweeku.
Yes, Qweeku.
Qweeku. Because you have shown
a spring na woman.
A spring woman.
Double in a spring.
A spring.
Until we trim Qweeku.
You had today's show. Let God help all of us.
And
also spring woman. Good morning, guys. How you doing?
Very good. Apart from the comedy, but I'm
comedy.
Yeah.
Are
okay. I mean, did you know play?
What share that I say Uniska?
Miniska. It is a donation 059. You come with your problems first. 05929999989. Don't send it to me.
I'm gonna send it.
I'm be sure.
The last number na yanti.
89.
05
92. Yeah, 999989.
Now the nice in the door, so
hey, me and my nice. I'm from the voter. I'm a niner. Yeah.
Almost an charges.
Oh, don't worry about charges. Just send it.
I'm not charges. So 11.
Yeah, the 11 has been taken off.
I know the go come out. So
no, I do mobile transactions. Online transactions.
Online transactions. Who needs counsel here? Online transactions. Guys, good morning once again.
Good morning.
Your sector has become one that I cannot say that is growing again. It has arrived. Maybe no. Okay, I'm glad that you have an objection to that. Why?
Yeah. We are still a growing industry. We haven't arrived yet. We haven't got to that point yet. It's better than before. It's better than before, yeah. Now we can say we have comedy fans. Like we have fans of our crafts.
Yeah.
I have people who follow me because I do Ghanaian stand-up. He has people who follow him because he's Ghanaian. That was not the case before. So that is like an advancement in the sector. it can get better. We are still growing. There are some people who still do not know that there are comedians in Ghana who can really do stand-up comedy.
And make them laugh.
Yeah. Some people still go to these skit makers and see only them as comedians, and those like academians are nothing against that. But the stand-up comedy sector, we are not there yet, but we have advanced. We have definitely advanced, but we have not got to that point.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm saying differently because in my mind, let me give myself 10 years ago.
Yeah.
I probably didn't care about comedy.
Yes.
And if anybody said that they were going to have a comedy show, I'd say in my mind that it will flop because nobody will show up.
Yeah. So you're one of the people we have won over, you get, and we have a lot more to win over. Like, we want to get to that point where when we are doing shows and say we even announce it like a week and just put out a flyer, we have a full hall, you get me?
Yeah.
Yeah, when we want to get to that point where we know that comedy, like the comedy they do in this country, but we are not there yet. I'm not going to dispute the fact that we have advanced, that we have broken certain grounds. We've made certain prospects in certain places that we didn't think, because we have, well, not necessarily toured the country, but we've done comedy in certain places. And people showed up for us. We took comedians from Accra, well, probably because there were no comedians over there. But that's also one of the advancements, when we know that we have different comedians in different cities. Hoping to try this craft, and the people over there support them. They have, say, comedy clubs in different places where the comedians can practice their craft. Then we can say we have gotten there. But for now,
we're not
there.
Is this something that can be learned?
What, comedy?
Yeah.
Yes, comedy can be learned, but you also need to have it in you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if not, it will be like.
So, are you able to? I'm asking this because of the point you just made, that maybe you move to other cities and you realize that there are no comedians there, so you always have to bring those from Accra to move to the other places.
Yeah.
Is this something that you can really just maybe see in a person in another city and go like, oh, I'll groom you to become one?
Yes, but then I feel like maybe people in those parts are not exposed to the craft yet. Sometimes you have something in you, but then when you notice and see that, okay, this person is there, okay, this one can do something. But then they are probably not exposed to the craft yet. So there are people who would probably have stand-up talents and they are just, I don't know, wasting is doing other things, you get. But then when they get closer to the craft, then they can tap into that side and hone it and get better at it. But if it is just about teaching them, or learning, it's like you're learning elective maths, you go flop.
It might not.
It might not.
Is a 70 lose 30?
More like 80-20.
Oh.
Yeah. If cares not take 85-15.
Okay. And
did I do the maths well?
As we are, you did.
I'm being, damn it.
Now, let's come back to the conversation for the day. We're saying we want to see how we could leverage comedy to promote tourism. Is that even a possibility? So I'm going to start with you, Qweeku.
Yeah. That's what you're going to do this morning.
Okay. Is there are we able to do that at any point? I don't know how this will work, because when I saw the topic, like you rightly said, when I saw it, I was like, let me look it up if it's a possibility. And it turns out that there is, but over here in Ghana, are we able to do that?
I think we can do it. We can do it because comedy, I think comedy is the easiest way to tell our culture. Yeah, so as a tourist, if they attend comedy shows, they'll be able to know, like I'm saying, like our culture and then our way of life, our social vibe in just a minute.
Yeah.
Without even a tour guide. You get it. So I think we can do it if we put in the effort, or we make ourselves
you
to
hit
do it.
the nail right on, because that's the first thing I saw when I looked it up. Because telling the story of this country in a comic way would get someone to want to tell. Imagine when we're talking about when you people went to stand there and talk about how your mothers used to treat you with that slippers. And then when you guys begin to tell those stories, someone will be interested like, this is an interesting cultural shock. I want to hear how this happens, and they might probably want to enter into that space. Jerry, you want to add something?
Yeah, I think it's possible. It's very possible. Maybe we are not tapping into that yet because the people at the top still see comedy as GB.
Have we not moved from there where we see ministers coming to? I think that's maybe it's because I'm not there, so I'm complacent. I feel like you have arrived.
Okay, so I mean, I don't know if he apologized for this or if they moved on from this, but we still have like people in top sports who underrate art. I mean, I saw an MP who was telling Dumelo that this is Parliament, don't come and do your acting things over here.
He has apologized.
And then but then he said it. You get it? So he apologized.
But he said it.
I don't want to.
I didn't see that apology.
No, okay, so I really don't want to believe that apology came from a real place. It came because he had to say it. I feel like that. I could be wrong. But then it doesn't take anything from the fact that people still do not respect art so much, right? I mean, what can we do about it? We just have to keep pushing.
Yeah.
But then if they take it into like proper consideration, it can work because we like get us a festival. Let's do a festival sponsored by the state. It happens in other countries. There are big comedy festivals. And the interesting thing is some of these festivals like and we have some, but then it's in South Africa. I don't think there's any festival in any other country in Africa apart from South Africa, a comedy festival. The Canadians are doing it with Just for Laughs. And Just for Laughs is big, sponsored by the States. The Australians are doing it with the Melbourne Comedy Festival. And those ones are big. And like with time, you have people coming in, they are going there to listen to Australian stories from Australian comedians. Listen to stories. And they don't even only have comedians from that side on it. They have comedians from other countries as well. So they are coming to compare culture, contrast culture. I mean, and have a beautiful time together. It's really going to be very nice. But our people, hoping that
hopefully this new government.
And the thing is, it gets so big that now comedians are putting together their own festivals, right? And there is one particular one that I follow called Skunk Fest. I really doubt you know these comedians, Big J, Louis, and then his friend, who have been attending other festivals, but then they realized that, okay, this is state-owned, and so they would not allow certain things. Now, comedy has changed over time. Comedians want to say certain stuff, but then maybe your stage is also me to create my own festival. And because they have accepted the one created by the state, it's easy to accept the one created by the individuals, you get. So it should be a conscious effort by our people, you know, get the president a personal comedian. I mean,
I agree with you.
I agree.
But me, I could apply, but
I mean, I agree. If every 5 minutes we are president, we have humor kakra. It reduces stress.
I'll share news now. Say how they are stressing me. Hey, comedy. You know, it would. I feel like it would work. It would work. But then they should help us. They should help us, and we are ready.
Yeah.
There's money inside. There's money inside. There really is a lot we can make from it. So let's chop some.
Oh, I see. if given the opportunity, right, Jerry, which aspect of our culture would you use tourism to market? Would you use comedy, to market the most? Which part of our culture, like when you look at from our food to clothes, which part of our culture would you use comedy to market?
Okay, so
and that goes for you as well. So please.
I don't know if there is one particular thing. So if I'm using comedy to market our culture, then it would boil down to my content, right? And my content is not limited to one aspect of Ghanaian culture. I talk about everything. I talk about like from our Ghanaian mothers to how nosy Ghanaians are to how our president was doing to us and how the current one is doing to everything and anything at all. I mean, like there are no restrictions. And so when and this is me just doing these things for, say, myself, right? For myself, that, okay, I'm writing jokes on this, but then when there is that conscious effort that, okay, now you get more creative with it. You get it. So for me personally, I don't think there's just one particular aspect, from food to way of dressing to our dances to, and the thing is, there are a lot of comedians in Ghana, right? And some have certain, like, it's not like they are restricted to doing those type of jokes, but some people put them there. Yeah. And so it's broad. For me, I really don't know where I am placed. Probably in the general, those who do general content, because I don't think my content is like focused on one particular aspect.
Area.
Yeah. So the whole thing, like the whole Ghanaian culture itself is what I'm going to say. Like the whole generally, Ghana generally, yeah, I don't think there's one particular.
There's also the bit, there's a bit of it that I personally worry about, and that is when we begin to, like you rightly said, if it becomes an agenda to sell Ghana to our tourists, then there has to be, then you guys can get creative and start being conscious about the content that you're putting out there. However, now there's no agenda, so experiences, things that we've gone through, and I've attended some of your specials where you're talking about your personal story, and some people actually even think you guys make it up, but these are experiences you guys have had. But then the negative, right?
The negative,
they're negative. These experiences are negative experiences. But then there's someone sitting there that is visiting Ghana for the first time. Do we see any negativity around those?
No, I don't think it would affect. So see, one thing we need to understand is that there is humor in tragedy.
Okay.
When somebody is walking around and a person falls down, we laugh. But the person will not laugh.
I don't know I'm laughing, I promise. I don't know I'm laughing.
You get it? There really is comedy in tragedy. Now, when you put away all sentiments and look at it from the point of view that this is comedy, then you wouldn't have a problem about negatives. Because even in those countries where they come from, they talk about how messed up their police is, about how, even in America, that we think America is the land of opportunities. We have American comedians who are day in, day out criticizing America. But then we still, when you look at it beyond the lens of don't talk about the negatives, there wouldn't be a problem. Because when you listen critically, you would know that we are talking about the positives as well.
Oh.
Yeah, one way or the other. I mean, it is not all. It's not all negative.
And I agree, it's not all negative. I'm just saying that, again, I'm being a very Ghanaian right now. I mean, so very recently we saw the wonderful stuff Obi did about the former running mates of the MPP. And he found humor in it. So what if he did not find humor in it and he began to interpret it exactly the way Ghanaians might have thought that, because this is a more like a character smiling, but in a comic way. So we are all laughing. But what if it's not funny again? And people think that, oh, those people, they are very rude people.
So at what point does it become not funny?
I feel like my character is in attack.
Exactly, so it is you, the person they are talking about. But every other person finds it funny.
Because it's not them.
Yeah, and the thing is, what he's talking about, it's not like it's a lie.
So that's what I was about to say. Not necessarily, because you see, certain things, I'm not here to defend them. I'm not here to be their PR. I'm just saying that there are certain things that will make you laugh in a sense that what they are saying, you've already pictured the person doing what exactly they're saying. Or maybe in one way or the other, you've seen the person do whatever they're saying. So that would make you laugh because you can equally relate.
Guys, stay with me in this studio. When it happened, it wasn't funny. When the man was on the platform doing what he was doing, nobody was laughing.
A lot of Ghanaians were like, now Papa will cry.
Nobody was laughing.
But then somewhere at the back of your mind, you're like, something is hitting. It is my job as a comedian to bring that down.
Absolutely. So you brought humor to it and reiterated something in the minds of Ghanaians. So what if I am so angry about this guy, or if I am the person, for instance, I'm the person they're talking about, and then I realize that this thing I did created a certain image of me. I don't want it to repeat itself. I'm probably taking, turning a new leaf. Then some comedian wakes up in the morning and tells the world that this is how I am.
Bro, if you don't, then you wash my mind.
Because you don't forget.
But I think even what Obi did was to help the former Napo. Yeah, because
the former Napo now.
Like the former is it former?
Is that former?
Yeah, like Napo.
You feel like he was something before, and he's not like anymore.
I think what Obi did was to help him.
Yeah.
Because as at that time, like God was offended. Like for you to say something Nakopon crown or that, you did get. So Obi
tell me you didn't see that and you're like, hey,
you did bad. So like I
you
think
feel like the people he added to it was okay.
So what Obi did was to tell God, say, oh, now Odi and grow.
Have you guys noticed that now at comedy shows we have foreigners coming through? If you haven't noticed,
What
do you think is driving that?
I don't know, but it's beautiful. It's beautiful and we love it. There's actually a comedy spot in Osu that runs once a month, hosted by James Brown. This month we're doing it on the 17th, and the audience is 95% white people. Like 95% white people. So a Ghanaian comedian going on that stage, you're not going there to speak cheap. You get it?
That's where I wanted us to get into because of the language barrier.
You're not going there to speak cheap. And a lot of the comedians we have now are coming to understand that comedy is universal.
Yeah.
You're not just hoping to perform to the people of Qweeku and Begro. You should want to go outside. And even to the people, because, okay, say you are... it can be humorous if you say the punchline in Chi and try to explain it in English, but how many times will you do that and it to be funny? You get it. So it's beautiful that we have the white people, not all of them are white, but the foreigners also. Yeah, the foreigners come to the shows and we love it. We love the fact that they come, they enjoy themselves, they give feedback. They give you feedback like right after, oh, that was a nice one, nice performance. I enjoyed your jokes. I mean, it's nice. It's very comforting feedback.
But not to cut you, what if a joke is best told in the Ghanaian dialect, like in the Ghanaian language dialect?
Let me speak for them.
Okay, so...
Because I'm reminiscing on one when you spoke about somebody falling and then we laughing. It brings me back to Lexi the Comics joke. Where somebody fell down and you say, hey, big, that kind of thing. It brings me back to that. But you see, somebody as a white man or a Nigerian who's come to the country for the very first time,
So this is the thing. That's why I don't want to. That's why I said we shouldn't limit it to maybe you just have to leisure. It has to be in you, right? You know that as a comedian, when you're performing to them and you're not straight jacket following some particular guidelines. If that is the joke that you feel is very, very funny, you do it to him, you say Egbe, he doesn't get, you see he's not laughing. You ask him, you don't get Egbe. In your country, when people fall, what do you do? Talk about him, you get onto him, his country, what they do with regards to when people fall and talking about...
It's spontaneous.
Spontaneous, exactly. Every comedian should be spontaneous. You can't... Spontaneity is part of stand-up. You can't take it out.
So you're taking us back to the beginning when you said comedy cannot be taught.
It can be taught, but you should have it in you. You should have that thing in you where you can, see how a situation is going and switch it up on stage. You get it. Yeah, so if you're meeting a white audience and you feel like you can make it work, but you get into the punchline, which is in Chi, go in English. You get it? Or go in a language that they would understand you best. If not, you're just wasting your time on that stage.
Which means a lot of work. So I think a couple of years ago, I found out that you people write some of your jokes down, or you actually practice.
Yeah, we write every joke. Every joke is written down.
Me, I never thought it was a thing.
You write.
So now when I see a comedian, I see an intentionally crafted art. Put up there. Then I thought people used to show up with the microphone and then come and say what's on your mind.
So that is one part of comedy, like where you go on stage with no material and just play with the crowd.
Yeah.
It's called crowd work, right? So you're just working with the crowd, asking them questions, working with what they give to you.
What they give to you.
But then if it is for performance, you have to write it down because jokes develop from ideas. So the idea is written, and if you don't put it down, you forget. You write it down. Okay, so from this, what can it go to? What can it get to? What can it get to? You practice it, stays in your mind, then you become free with it now. Tell it whichever way you want to, probably at the comedy club, and it's good we have a comedy club to practice. There at the comedy club, while performing it on stage and getting, so there's one thing about comedy, when you're performing stand-up and you're getting the laughs, it's like, some adrenaline, something. So probably when you were rehearsing it, there was a part of it that you didn't think to write. Now, while saying it on stage, it clicks. You add that, you come on stage, you write it down. The next time you go practice it again with what you now have put in it. Now you develop the joke and develop and develop and develop. So yeah, you write.
Do you test it?
Yes, you test it at the comedy club.
Yeah. No, before.
Before the comedy club. Yeah, to yourself. You rehearse it to yourself.
What of other people who work?
Other people, like other comedians.
So for instance, maybe you've written a joke and you have, let's say, TGMA on Saturday to perform. And you've written the joke, you've rehearsed it and everything. Then you come and test it with myself and Mimi, like solely. Do you go about testing it to your friends to see whether it would work? So let's say if maybe we laugh on it, then you can know that okay, this one ebefa. Is that a yardstick?
Yes, you have to test your material. So thing is, for me, and I believe it is the same with every other comedian, including Sam, right? You don't go on a big stage cold. This is what I mean. You don't go on a big stage with very new material that you have not tested. Unless it is a stage with a specific theme and they expect you to write specific jokes for that theme, right? Say I'm going to perform on TGMA stage, I am going to give them jokes related to music that I have already. But if I'm probably to maybe give a monologue on new stuff that maybe happened in the country, I write it down. I call other comedians who I know have, like, they can help me with it. Okay, this is funny, this is funny, this is funny. Okay, take this out, put this in, and make it better. You can't run it alone like you're an island. No, it won't work. So yeah, there are times where you maybe call like a few people and then give them a material, say you're going to perform like new stuff. But if it is general stuff that you're writing and you plan to be performing on other shows, you write it, you practice it with yourself. Maybe you feel like it's not clicking yet, you call a comedian, he gives you a feedback. And now you go test it on an audience. And then to see how they like it.
And that's what the comedy club is
The comedy club. But the thing is, sometimes it's tricky. You perform it the first time, they might not like it. And then you perform the second time, they will like it. You might perform the first time, they will like it. You perform the second time, it's not good. Sometimes it is delivery. You get it, or the temperament of that audience. You get it. Yes, you have to.
You have to be a psychologist as well as a comedian.
Comedians are psychologists.
Good job.
Yeah, because sometimes you go with some type of material, you get on the stage and you see, it's not working. And you rehearse that material for 10 minutes, 20 minutes. And the thing about comedy is, when you get on stage and you're performing and getting laughter, say you have 5 minutes, it feels like 5 days. Like, the time is so long, so you have to switch. Study this and say, okay, they are not vibing with jokes about the general things. They want you to get dirty. They would like that one. Okay, that's what you want, I'll give it to you. Maybe they just want you to go solely clean, don't add anything. You observe that and then go along with that. If not, you will just flop like.
So I think that we've made something very clear here. And so we have a message for the Ghana Tourism Authority. They have a new marketing tool to work with. Which is comedy. But if they're asking you right now, and this is how we wrap up the conversation, by the way, because you're going to tell us some of your projects that you're working on. But if they ask you right now, Jerry and Sam, come and give us 2 strategies to market our tourism with your craft. What are some of the strategies you're going to present to them? Abeku Santana is listening.
Where they proposal.
On-air proposal.
This can be easily done, and I'm not sure they are looking to.
By the way, you've given us one into waiting the account.
One, which one?
Yeah, like the festival.
The festivals, right? Yes, the festival. We need one with, and I mean, we need one sponsored by the states. We can even have multiple ones. You get the festivals, we probably theme them. Okay. We are maybe having an African comedy night, or we are having a global comedy. What. These specific things can pull people, get them. And like I was saying earlier, I'm not sure that the government will be looking. And so they can probably partner with hotels and some of these people who do travel and and all of that, you know, have them get these things as part of the services they offer. So that when we have these foreigners come to the country, they're staying in those hotels, we can go perform for them over there. Maybe the hotel gets a discount, or they get how do I put it? They get a percentage,
like a tax.
Yeah, a tax way or something. It would. Everybody would want that. Everybody would want that. Yeah, and
I think
also
this makes sense. It makes economical sense to say that we'll waive off some taxes of your taxes that you're paying just because you host comedy shows at your venue. That's fantastic, honestly.
Our people, and it would work. It would work. For now, I think that's what I can think of. If we kick off with that, we should see.
To be okay. Okay, right. What are some of the projects you access to?
So this weekend, I'm having my comedy special. Okay. That's my first comedy special.
Yeah, and sorry, I don't know if people don't really know Sam Qweeku. Funny guy, man. Charlie, yeah. Super talented nigga.
So you're on Saturday.
Yeah. Sam is like a comic beast. Like he's super good. So
I haven't experienced it.
You should.
And I think you should be there.
Yeah, I'm going to be there.
I'll
see you. Hey, Saturday night, TGM no.
We'll still be there.
We'll still be there. So the TGM, those actually don't start early. I'm then. Okay, they'll start at 4. So that's why I was saying maybe they should come here and go and do after party at TGM, because comedy by that time TGM they are now testing mine.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
We didn't.
What's the name of your comedy set?
So it's mixed feelings.
Hey.
Mixed feelings. Yeah, mixed feelings.
When they begin to say these things, you know that there's trouble.
It's definitely mixed feelings. Like, you know, like saying like the sad story, like bringing the humor out of the sad story. So
Okay.
So it's going to be comedy, music, and then magic.
Wow.
Yeah, so mix, like I'm saying. MJ the comedian is coming, Putogo, Parrot Mouth, Papayao, Ranzi, and Bernard the Magician.
Wonderful. So that's where the magic is
as well.
Yeah, like a lot of comedians. A lot of comedians are coming through. Yeah, so
awesome.
Where exactly?
It's happening at the Clock Sack.
Okay.
Ministries.
Okay.
Yeah, and the rate is 100 and then 200. Fala, where the Alaha. Where the food bill.
Regular.
No, but also Ghana for they have some pride.
200. Yeah.
So don't say the road. Beg, I be beg.
You please. Any social media handles we should follow for more updates?
Sam Qweeku on all social platforms.
Sam Qweeku on all social media platforms. Jerry Ashinyo on all social media.
I don't have a show coming up. When I did a special in 2023, I feel like I'm now ready for the world to see the special.
So I'm going to put it up on YouTube?
Yeah, I'm going to post it very, very soon. That was the video they played at the trailer. I don't know why it was glitchy.
In the contract production.
Yeah.
Producers will kill us. Guys, thank you so much for coming. But check them out on social media. They have amazing stuff. Like he said, so what's the name of your YouTube again?
Jerry Ashinyo. Jerry Ashinyo everywhere.
Jerry Ashinyo everywhere. He doesn't have any other name. Jerry Ashinyo everywhere. Just jump onto their social media platforms and check them out, because this is how we're going to we have actually set an agenda to promote tourism with comedy. Thank you so much for being a part of the show. We're going for a quick commercial break. When we come back, the show continues right here on the Info.
Let me state that everything I'm about to say on here is a joke, okay? And then I'm going to toy. Let's talk about weed for a bit. Run, share. Don't.
up, I had dreams. So I went to GIG. And called me Nana Mama Brown. Are you sure you're not going to cheat on me? When you're receiving head, what do you do with your hand? I conduct. And I saw Patapa in the corner, like this. And you know on Yemidel. Yeah, now, boy, I was like, yo, it be music. It be music, bro, it be music.
Mike now surpassed all his targets. Let's hear from this year's Staff of the Year.
This wouldn't be possible without a strong relationship. You've been with me through university. All those days of studying together just to ace those tests, which we did, by the way. And those days of the side hustles. You were there. All of these have prepared me for this moment. Cowbell Coffee has been there with me every single step of the way.
For the big days and the seemingly ordinary, creamy Cowbell Coffee is with you every moment.
This advert is FDA approved.
Hi, my name is Ricky. I'm a TV host and a self-styled chef. Cooking is my ultimate passion, and it's something I would say is my calling. Now, for those who cook a lot like me, there's one fact they'll always state. Ingredients decide how tasty your food is. And for me, the game-changing ingredients is water. Tap water at the moment is not the best option considering what's going on in the country. Also, such as water can taste weird and produce too much waste, so it's a no-no for me. My number one choice for cooking is Jibu water. Cooking with Jibu water enhances the flavor of your food. And it's not just that. Unlike other brands where you have to pour it from a heavy bottle, the 20-liter dispenser bottle comes with a tap that makes things so easy. So you see how simple it is with Jibu? Cooking with Jibu gives you big flavors and great taste without all the stress. Remember to cook with Jibu.
Transforming opportunity to thrive.
Welcome to Deluxe Experience Ghana, your trusted partner in creating unforgettable events. From breathtaking stage designs to dazzling lighting solutions, we bring your vision to life with precision and creativity. Our expert event planning and consultation services ensure every detail is taken care of so you can enjoy a stress-free experience. Capture every moment with our professional photography, videography, and live streaming services because every memory deserves to be cherished. Transform your event venues into a masterpiece with our exquisite interior lighting and permanent designs tailored to suit your style and theme. At Deluxe Experience Ghana, we don't just plan events, we create experiences. Let's make your next event extraordinary. Deluxe Experience Ghana. Think events, think Deluxe. Contact us today on 0267 83 7006 or 0545 03 8620 and 0545 03 7520. Deluxe Experience Ghana. Think events, think Deluxe.
like God just, you know, loves them more. You know,
how?
Me, when I go to heaven, I have a lot of questions to ask God. You know, because why can't I sing? Why? What was the point? What was the point?
No, yours is to preach. Yours is to talk.
Yeah. I mean, I'll take that.
Yeah, yours
coming
is to
from a
talk.
Jesus baby, I'll just take it like that. Celestine.
Hello.
I don't know whether to start from. Like, today I told them my age because they started doing some calculation. When they I hear me do. But Mama Celestine, Aunt Celestine, which one do you prefer? We're not going to do that here, but you know, just for the record.
Call me Celestine Donkor.
How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm very good. How are you too?
I'm blessed. I'm blessed. It's beautiful and very, very
You look so beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm daddy now. Daddy lipping.
I learned from you.
You're looking amazing. You're looking amazing. You're looking absolutely amazing.
Thank you.
And you keep going backwards. That's also a thing we have to learn from you.
We give God the glory.
Because you've been in this industry for so long, and it's good to have you back in this seat again. You've been in this industry for so long. You've evolved with time, accepted the changes that have come, and you're still relevant in this time. That's something that should be commended like every single day. So great job. You have new projects that are out. You have new stuff you're doing. But very recently, and I'm going to start on this note. I like stuff to be corrected. Very recently, you released a project with Diana Hamilton. But prior to that, there were allegations, there were conversations that you both had beef. Where did that come from?
Really?
Hey, me, I saw it on Facebook. And I was trying to follow the trend to see where the story came from. Then the next thing I saw the week after, I saw the Akofala. And I was like, oh, was this a way to promote the new projects? I saw it on Caleb, UK Caleb.
Oh.
Yes. Manja.
Oh, I get that.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay, I think I saw it too. It's just the bloggers and how they capture their what they want to communicate out there. I think, all right, there was some murmuring or some about the release, and those who had a hint wanted to know more.
Okay.
So they started writing those things just to get information. I think
to get you to come and talk about it. But does that the excellence of the song, how the song works, how the song will be promoted, if you get what I mean?
Honestly, I did not even get where the beef issue came from, because what I saw was Celestine and Hamilton or something like that. Yeah. So I don't know where the beef thing is coming from, but what I know is there's no way you can do a collab with somebody you don't have a positive relationship with. And we are very cool, and everything is working. Yeah.
But then when it comes to how well the song is doing, it did not harm it at all.
Oh, not at all, not at all.
But how is it doing? Let's talk about that. Streams and how people appreciate, because you both are two huge brands coming together. It's just like two elephants fighting. The grand How's the song doing?
It's doing very well. It's getting attention. The streams are going up gradually. Awesome. Even though I expected that at least the first week would have made some very high views. We had some delay in the video release. Okay. So on the day of release, the announcement I made, I couldn't release the video on that day because of technical issues. Absolutely. So I released the audio ahead of the video, and the kind of suspense I created, before the release. People were expecting to see the visuals. So they got a bit drawn back when the audio came up. So it has slowed down the views a bit, but then people are appreciating the song. Awesome. And one of the regular comments I get is, we've looked forward to this collab for a long time.
Yes, we have.
So I would say, you expected it, we've done it. So just go enjoy it.
Awesome. Akofala is out, so please go and go. It's Akofala.
My comfort.
My comforter. Yes, my comforter. I was going to say something in English. My comforter.
My comforter.
Apart from gospel music and the superstar that everybody knows you to be, is there anything that you tell people that you do that they get like, wow, you do this too? Is there anything like that about you?
Well, let me say I'm one of those people with many parts. There are some individuals who are just, you know, they do many things. That's how God designed me. So I'm very good with cooking, and I'm very good with conceptualizing stuff. Okay. Yes, and then I think most importantly, I'm very passionate about women's empowerment. Yes, and so I have a women's ministry. You can call it a women's group. We've been in existence for a while. But we've been intentional about not making it too loud, but making it very private.
Why is that?
Yes.
Why?
You know, to just, when people know you for one thing, and you quickly introduce another, it kind of shifts focus. And so we wanted to, and I think that the right time has come.
Has come.
Yes.
The right time has come, which means that we have something coming up.
Yes, we have
everybody's going to be a part of. Tell us about it.
Yes. So I have a conference coming up for women only.
Women only. Only women. You have a wife, you bring your wife.
When women gather,
God comes down. God comes down in personal. And you say, or send a representation.
Sometimes we ask God that, why do you listen to women quick like that? Because if they drop tears, no.
God is a softie when it comes to women. God is a softie when it comes to women.
Sometimes you don't even drop tears. So we look at the heavens.
Look at the heavens.
Like this. God understands.
I just turn my face. The way I turn my face. God can tell. Oh no, God loves you.
He is a good person.
Tell us about this.
Well, it's called the Women Unleashed Conference.
Oh, Women Unleashed.
Yes, Women Unleashed Conference. When we say the word unleashed simply means to be set free, to be loosed. You know, there's a need for this. As much as there's so much women empowerment stuff going up, there's still a need for women to be a sort of mental shift in the way the things we believe and the things we've come to accept as women. In my music journey, I hear a lot of questions and I get a lot of messages asking, how do you combine ministry, children, and all the things you do? How do you do it? And so people want to know something. Yeah. So I felt it's very appropriate to just make time and just pour my heart and help these women who I believe womanhood is a calling. You need to understand who you are, identify yourself first, understand your cause, understand what God is in you. And then you would be able to overcome the limitations that are very, very, very inevitable, you know. And so this is what the conference is about. This edition, we're focusing on helping women to understand their calling, finding their purpose, and rising above limitations. Yes, it's going to happen on the 31st of May.
May, oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay, wow.
Yes, and more details. You can follow my pages for more details. And not that alone, we're also going out there to support single women in need. We want to give 5,000 Ghana cedis to a single woman. But then we're looking and we're searching who is well deserving of this. So I'll personally be on the streets. You should watch out and follow my page for more.
Please show me the location so I'll go there.
Well, I'm targeting.
What are you going?
I'm targeting female hawkers at the traffic. Because I saw a woman who was selling Kosiani Meko. Yes. And she put her load down and she was breastfeeding the baby. I was at that traffic light, I just saw that moment. And I said to myself, we do a lot. And you know, for a woman like this to not allow the child to limit her, she carried the baby to the street because it is important for her to survive. It is important for her to do something that will take care of that child. And for me, I'm looking for somebody like that who needs, who this amount of money can bring, you know, a good change into their lives. Yeah, so this is what this the whole Women Unleashed conference is about. We gather to talk as women, and we also support women. Yes, I want you all, maiden edition, I want to see all of you. I won't announce some guest speakers for now, but you follow my page, and you are going to...
Do we have a location?
Not yet. So I want you to just relax and follow my page. I want you to follow everything that is coming up from now to the 1st of May, where we'll gather. So yeah, follow my pages for more details.
Now, I must say that I mean, for someone who has been in this space for as young as I am, sometimes when we are introduced to some of these things, it helps us be better. Some of these conferences, I started going to conferences very, very early. Just because I admired certain people and whatever they are doing, I wanted to follow. I know what that did for me. But for a lot of young girls, like, it's the same thing we're hearing. Sometimes reiterating the same thing also helps. What has been the most difficult part of putting women together for all these years that you've had to hold this women's group, like you say, now that you're even going on, like, you know, a bigger stage to have, like, everybody be a part of it? What has been the most difficult part of it?
The most difficult part is women don't have time. They don't have time at all. They don't have time because of their children. They don't have time because of work. They don't have time because of husbands. They don't have time because of so many things. And so it's so hard to get to come out, you know, and spend that time for themselves. And this is what I'm challenging all women out there to do, you know. And the venue we're choosing for this program, somebody will say, hey, this kind of venue, hey, me, you know, you deserve it. You know, you deserve to be at top places, see beautiful things, see the pool, the waterfall. No matter what you think of yourself, you deserve this beauty of life. And it's also a way of giving yourself a break. Get a nanny. The date is the date is 31st May. I'm telling you in advance, get somebody to help out with their kid. And even if you want to bring the kid along, we'll make provision for somebody to take care of them, so that you can have your time for yourself. Here's something that will relax you, you know. That's basically the whole point. So the challenge is getting them to sacrifice a day for themselves. Yeah.
I remember when we were launching the dish. I called a wonderful, she's also a gospel artist, a wonderful woman. I told her, oh, I mean, if I come and help me, just come and support your sister. She's like, me with the kids. And I said, hey, sister, when will you worry about your sister? She told me that when you become a mother, nothing is about you. But then I told her that we have to have this conversation again, because you have to be able to be alive to be able to be the mother for these people. You cannot be dead inside and be a mother, a healthy mother to these children. It doesn't work. That's how some of us, me and my colleagues, that's how we are traumatized, because some of our parents or our mothers who were the so like who were very active or more visible in our lives, we're going through a lot, and sometimes exert that anger on us when it is not when we are not the problem. And so again, you're very right when you say that you need to be you need to make time for yourself. The way you are giving tips, waterfalls, pool near the end.
It's going to be a glam venue. A beautiful venue.
We're looking at.
We are not stepping low. It's very high.
Awesome.
But you deserve it. I want you to know that you deserve it, and it's absolutely for free. Yes. And on this note, I would like to appreciate my friends. You know, I have friends in my circle that anytime I'm doing something that, you know, anything connected to ministry, they just come on board and release funds for it. Yes, even before I look out for sponsorship from corporate and stuff, these friends have been very, very faithful and helpful in this direction. And I mean, on my pages, I'll find time to use their pictures to appreciate. Some of them do not want it at all.
I see that.
You know, but it's a blessing to have their support, you know, to be able to do this, because it's not cheap. No event is small. It's not cheap at all. And so I want to use this opportunity to say thank you to the partners who have made it possible for us to do the first edition of the Women Unleashed conference.
So the focus is helping women
identify your calling, finding your purpose, and rising above limitations. Yes.
Awesome. This one is a part of Celestine Donkor you probably don't know, but we're going to be unleashing that.
Yeah, and I'm sure somebody will be asking, so it's not about music. Well, I cannot do my life without music. so there will definitely be a music time. But I want you to see this as a beautiful atmosphere of having a heart-to-heart chit-chat, with women. And, you are going to be relaxed, you are going to be informed, you are going to be empowered so that dream you've left hanging because of those kids.
Those ones that will still leave you anyway.
I tell you, that business idea, that thing you left, to die because now you're a mother. Mothers are achieving a lot in our world today. And we just want to see how best we can help you to rise above the limitations.
Awesome.
So I would
excited.
love to see you all there.
Honestly, I'm very excited. Like
I would
said,
love to see you there.
I'm going to be there. What are you talking about?
You actually just spoke about mothers. So on behalf of MX24, we want to say Happy Mother's Day in advance to you.
Yes.
And to the girls too as well. I mean, we know when we see the girls, we see Celestine too as well. So was them. And today is my boss's birthday.
Your boss?
Yes.
Whose boss?
Celestine's husband.
I saw them 2 days or 3 days ago on social media talking about how long they've been together. I was like, oh my God. But you see that isn't that they are doing it. I want to
receive it.
I receive it. With a sprinkle of more gold and stuff. Hey, yeah, opening my. But happy birthday to you. Please, you want to wish your husband a happy birthday?
Yes, I want to wish my husband, my friend, my business partner, my priest, my boss, my everything, like my destiny helper. Yes, Mr. Emmanuel Qweeku Donkor. Abi, you know that I love you plenty. Enjoy your day.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing yourself with us this morning. But also just join her social media pages. The update on the Women's Conference. Note that the date is 31st of May. But follow her page to get all the updates on venue, time, and everything else. Because women, let's gather together. Let's be a best version of ourselves. And you know that media, I'm big on that one. So thank you so much for coming.
And let me add saying that this is not for married women alone.
Yeah.
Any woman 18 and above, you have to be at this conference. You just wait and see the guest speakers and know that you have to be there.
Awesome. Again, thank you so much for being a part of the show this morning. Our time is fast spent. My name is Miriam Uduak-Mensah. Thank you so much for being a part of the show. I always love doing this with you.
Thank you. My name is Kojo Dasabra, and it's been a blessing having Celestine here. It's just unfortunate that, men are not allowed, but it's fine.
Don't come.
We'll accompany the women, we'll drop them off, and then we'll go back. Yes, most definitely. All right, so be on her page, okay? I love this suspense, because if you miss something, you miss out. Yeah, so be on her page for all the information that you can be a part of this women's conference. It's going to be amazing. 31st of May it is. So, you know what to do. Give us a follow. It's MX24GH when we're off camera. And we'll see you same time tomorrow to give you nothing but the very best. Just bye-bye for now.